welcome back to Premier League Dad. How are you all doing? My name is... Let me put my teeth back in. My name is Kee. We are live for an early afternoon. Bit of football. We've got Crystal Palace away against Fredrikstad in the UEFA Conference League. It kicks off at 5 o'clock. It's live on Channel 5, so you can watch it along with me if you want to watch. It's on Channel 5. We are doing the Champions League draw too, so Champions League draw is going to be kicking off in about 50 minutes, I think. We'll also be covering all the pots and everything in between. So, we'll have a little go through all that, and we'll talk through exactly who can get who and what all the permutations are. It'll all be good fun. We'll go through all that shortly. I'll put those up on screen if you want to check them out. They'll be on YouTube, but I'll put them up on the screen, and we can go through the Champions League pots. And obviously Crystal Palace, small matter of Crystal Palace against Fredrikstad 2. Palace 1-0 up from the first leg. I think we all expect Palace to go through, don't we? Surely we all expect Palace to go through. It'd be a shame if they didn't, obviously. We're all Palace this afternoon, of course we are. We're all back in Palace. Palace have started a very, very strong side. They've got Henderson in goal, Mark Gay, Lacroix and Richards at the back. Mark Gay starting, of course, still expected to stay at Palace, according to Steve Parish, Oliver Glasner. They're maintaining their position of, he can stay if he signs a new contract. He hasn't signed a new contract. He doesn't seem willing to sign a new contract. So is there going to be movement with Gay and Crystal Palace and Liverpool before the end of the window? I still think there will be. But it's Gay, Lacroix, Richards at the back with Henderson in goal. Borna Sosa on the left, new signing for them. Munoz at right back. In midfield, it's Lerma and Wharton. And Kamada as well is part of the front three today. So it's Mateta, Sarr, Kamada. Probably just in there to kind of shore things up, I would imagine. For Fredrikstad, we'll cover it, but it is Borsheim, Owusu, Fredriksson, Voledzi at the back, then Eid and Mulder at the fullbacks. Then it's Owusu, Metcalf and Ollenschlager in midfield, with Sorlock and Holton as the front two. So yeah, there you go. That's the teams for Palace tonight. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your thoughts are on the footy in general. We had a great night last night with Grimsby and Manchester United. What a stream that. Well, we were watching Rangers and Bruges, weren't we? Let's be honest. We weren't watching Man United, but it very quickly turned into a Manchester United stream because United were getting beat. United were getting beat 2-0, so everyone wanted us to watch that. And Rangers were about 8-1 down after 20 minutes or whatever it was. So we've had lots of fun with United last night and Rangers. That said, got a couple of big things to take care of today. That being the Champions League draw and obviously Palace as well. So, Jake, how's it going? Joe, Liam, good to see you. Liam Nunes going from Norwich to Ipswich. Interesting. Jake, what a game. Monday Key, what a game indeed. Loved it. And what a game last night too. Where are we up to? Jaden, Champions League draw in about 50 minutes yet. We'll be live for that one. Sean, Jeremy Pino. Great signing for Palace. Has he actually signed for him? Yeah, odd. D. Nickel, thoughts on York sacking the manager? They sacked him. He's not been there long, has he? Isn't he? He's someone's dad, isn't he? I'm sure he's someone's dad. Isn't he someone's dad? Hinchelwood, that was it. Yes, Hinchelwood. William, tell me about Jeremy Pino. Don't know much about him at all. What will he bring to Palace? Very, very good, creative, sort of diminutive wide player, quite pacey. He's not only creative, he likes a shot on goal as well. He's had a few raspers in his time. But yeah, I quite like Jeremy Pino. Very talented young player. I think he could add a lot to Palace. Joe, looks like Larsson's agents have been in Newcastle today, Kee. Positive stuff, that. G. Lawrence, Benjamin Tesco taking the 10th penalty. What kind of trash mentality is that? No kidding. Liam Manning, will you be live all day Monday, transfer deadline day? That's the plan so far, yes. I'll be live pretty much all day anyway. Liam Manning, Simons, agent in London for Spurs, and Chelsea talks. Apparently Chelsea have backed off that one for Xavi Simons. Apparently it's mainly just Spurs at this moment. What am I missing? What am I missing? I think we covered everything there, haven't we? Yeah, I think we have. Right, okay. So, let's get stuck in to today's game and the Champions League draw and all that jazz. I will... Let's put the group stage, the league phase. Sorry, it's not the group stage anymore, is it? Let's do the pots. Here's the pots. So... I'll put them up on the screen on YouTube and we can talk through them. Assuming you want to talk through them, of course. Right, let's put them up on the screen and hopefully that works then. Oh, not that big. We don't want them that big. Blimey. Let's move it around a little bit. There you go. Does that work maybe? There you go. We can all see them, can't we? Ish. If I shuffle over this way. Oh, no, you can't see me on TikTok. I'll put it over that way. I'll put it over that way. There you go. And if I move over here, now we can all see everything. Okay, so... the pots. Let's make them a little bit bigger so people can actually see them. Do you know what? We'll just dominate the page. Why not? Right, there you go. So there's the pots on YouTube. Right. So we have. It looks a little bit messy. Help a brother out. We'll turn the scoreboard off. There you go. Scoreboard off. Right. So there's the pots. That's what we're dealing with tonight for the Champions League. You've got to play 2 teams from each pot. Doesn't matter what pot you're in. You've got to play 2 teams from each pot. And you play one of them at home and one of them away. So pot 1 is PSG, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Inter, Chelsea, Dortmund, and Barcelona. So from that pot, which 2 teams... If you're a Liverpool fan, if you're anyone, whoever you might be, whether you're a City fan, a Liverpool fan, a Chelsea fan, a Spurs fan, a Newcastle fan, an Arsenal fan, whatever. Which 2 teams would you like to play there, and would you like to play them home or away? Because for me, again, I'm looking at him thinking, I wouldn't mind PSG, but I really, really want Real Madrid at Anfield. I really want Real Madrid at Anfield. So I'd love Real Madrid. Remember, you do get country protection as well. So, you know, Liverpool can't play City, Liverpool can't play Chelsea, Liverpool can't play Arsenal, and vice versa and all that. So, I do firmly believe, I think Liverpool, all Liverpool fans, pretty much all Liverpool fans want Real Madrid at Anfield. We'd love that. We'd absolutely love Real Madrid at Anfield. And then the away leg, maybe Dortmund. Everyone likes a trip to Dortmund. I wouldn't mind Barcelona either. Or Inter. Inter wouldn't be a terrible one. But I'd love Real Madrid. To be honest, after Real Madrid, I don't really care. I honestly don't mind who we get, as long as we get Real Madrid at home. Jay Sakini, I'm not expecting us to get an easy draw, Liverpool fan. Lol Joey, Barca home, Dortmund away would be class. Well, let's look at pot 2, right? There's pot 1. Let's look at pot 2. So pot 2 is Arsenal, Leverkusen, Atleti, Benfica, Atalanta, Villarreal, Juventus, Frankfurt, and Club Brugge. So, which 2 would you want from those? Again, from a Liverpool point of view, I think you'd want to avoid, where possible, Juventus and Atleti. I wouldn't mind Erik ten Hag at Anfield. Get Leverkusen back again. Wirtz, Frimpong. There's a little bit of Kwanzaa, of course. That'd be good to get those players back. So yeah, I think it'd be good to get Ten Hag at Anfield. Leverkusen. After that, I'm pretty happy. Villarreal, one of my teams. Villarreal, you might see the kit just down there. Villarreal's one of the teams that I really like. So I'd quite like Liverpool to get Villarreal and maybe Frankfurt, maybe Leverkusen. Any one of the German teams in pot 2 would be nice. Then if we go into pot 3 is as follows: Tottenham, PSV, Ajax, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Bodo Glimt, and Marseille. So again, one home, one away. The one everyone wants to avoid there is Napoli away, isn't it? No one wants to go to Napoli away. Everyone else you're pretty content with. I'd take Ajax. I'd take Ajax. I'd take PSV. I'd be delighted with Olympiacos or Prague. Bodo Glimt is fine. Marseille is fine. Yeah, pot 3, no problem at all. You take any of them, really. You just want to avoid Napoli. Remember, that's the one we're all trying to avoid, is Napoli. Pot 4, Copenhagen, Monaco, Galatasaray, Union Saint-Gilloise, Karabag, Athletic Club Bilbao, Newcastle, Paphos, and Kairat Almaty. Now, again, doesn't matter what perspective you look at, you've got to think to yourself, there's absolutely no way that I would want to go away to Karabag or Kairat Almaty. You want to avoid those long trips to Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan. You don't want to be going to near China for an away game. That's not something you want if you can really help it. So I think from Paphos would be lovely. Paphos would be amazing, wouldn't it? A little trip to Cyprus, bit of sunshine, bit of winter sun. Paphos. Liverpool fans would lap that up. Paphos away would be fantastic. So yeah, and maybe a short trip as well, or Galatasaray at Anfield would be cool. Copenhagen. Do you know, honestly, any of them at Anfield, Kairat or Karabag at Anfield would be cool. Just not away. Galatasaray would be sound. Yeah, Copenhagen, Union SG we have played before. So it feels like there's a lot of permutations there for a lot of teams. For City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool. 6 teams. LRD Jameson, is my comment last week a little more believable? Russell Martin out by the end of September. I tell you what, I think it might even be end of this week if he's not careful. I think he might be gone by the end of the week. William, Newcastle at Anfield. Liverpool can't play Newcastle, mate. There's country protection. So there is no... You can't play teams from your own nation, and you can't play more than 2 from the same nation. So out of all of the 8 teams that Liverpool or whoever it is you draw, you can't play them more than 2 from the same country. Ostermorg, would McConnell and Yaros be able to play against us if we got Ajax? I don't think so, unless there is a specific agreement that allows them to. I imagine probably not. J9T, NUFC. As a Newcastle fan, I want Dortmund, Inter, Juve, Leverkusen, Sporting, PSV, Athletic Club, and Monaco. Love it. Well, let's. Do you know? I just want to change the. I'm gonna do Champions League draw plus Palace because we are gonna be watching both, aren't we? Let me just change the title on this one. See if we can pull in a few more. See if we can get in a few more. Again, if you want to help me out, hit like, hit share. Share is a big one. If you can share on YouTube as well, it's a big old thing. But yeah, if you can like and comment and share, that's massive. Fredrikstad versus Crystal Palace. Right, hopefully that works now. Let's see how we get on with that. Right, scoreboard. We'll put that back on, and we'll get rid of that image. There you go. We're off. I'm running. Cody says the UEFA website is always reliable. You can watch the draw on the UEFA website, or you can watch it on TNT, of course. And it is on Channel 5 as well. Crystal Palace against Fredrikstad. Where can I watch the draw? On the TV, mate. LRD, Jameson. I remember United played Nicosia 2 years ago in Cyprus, and Paphos was rammed by United folk. Bonali, which do you think is better all time, A-League or MLS? Better quality, MLS for sure. Yeah, even if it's just for the fact that we've got Messi in there now. Ostamog, if only we had Tolga to predict the draws. Listen, Tolga will persist that it's all theatre, it's all nonsense. And we know better. Vardy's going to a Serie A side. Is he really? Which one's he going to? Let's have a look. I've not seen any news about Jamie Vardy. Where's Jamie Vardy going to? He was going to Celtic. Cremonese. Or Cremonese. Yeah, I thought it was... I thought he was going to Celtic. But no. Closer to a deal with Serie A side Cremonese. I've been told... that talks have progressed well with Vardy, keen on the idea of a move to newly promoted team. Yeah, off to Italy. Good luck to him. Wim Malfay, hello. Club Bruges fan is here. Good to see you. LRD Jameson, question for you. Do Liverpool need Isak? We need... Let me rephrase that. We don't need Isak per se. I think we do need another attacker. If we don't get another attacker, though, we won't get... if we don't get Isak, we won't get another attacker. So Liverpool's transfer approach has always been, certainly under FSG anyway, apart from maybe 1 or 2 seasons under Klopp, where things went a little bit rogue when Michael Edwards left. But generally speaking, under FSG, Liverpool have always taken the approach of, we have our first choice, and we go for our first choice, and if we can't get our first choice, then we don't get anyone. We don't get anyone at all. So that would be, for me, that would be the consideration, I guess. But no, I don't think Liverpool... I think Liverpool get Isak anyway. I can't see Newcastle hanging on to him. I don't understand how or when that would ever happen. That Newcastle would keep him, I mean. Tony, please can you clarify your position on the UK war and address the allegations you shared a pro-Russian post? Where did I share a pro-Russian post? Don't believe I ever shared any pro. I've not got a view on it. I don't know anything about it. Same as my view on anything political, to be honest. I don't have any view on it. I don't know enough about it. Leashes, Xavi Simons to Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Answered that like a politician. Well, to be honest, though, I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I did. Sat here, and I'm not going to be able to sit here and have an informed discussion on a war that I don't know. I don't know anything about it. And again, yeah, you could say privileged position. Damn right, absolutely I am. Aren't we all blessed to live in a country where we're not faced with those sorts of challenges? But hey, and Godspeed anyone. I don't want anyone dying. Wherever they may live, whatever creed, country, whatever it might be. I don't want anyone dying. But I don't know anything about it. It's nothing to do with me. It ain't my battle. I wish everyone Godspeed. I don't want anyone to hurt. Oh, you mean the Isak question? Oh, right, okay. Well, the Isak question, for me, I just think it's absolutely certain. I don't understand how he stays. Bona, I want us to come back in football. Nothing political about it. Joe, when Larson and Wissett are sorted, he's all yours. Just wait for the dominoes to get into effect. I was going to say, Wolves have apparently bid today for Arokadare, which is the top scorer in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League last season. I don't think Wolves bid for him unless Larsson's leaving. And I don't think Larsson's leaving unless Isak's leaving. So it's all dominoes, as you say, mate. It's all certain, innit? Let's be honest. John Zena, what do you think about Cunha and Mbermo? Very good players. Very, very good players. Kee and I, where can you watch the draw? And if Newcastle versus Monaco comes out, that'll be a good match. It'll be a brilliant match. Yeah, fabulous match. Liam Manning, apparently Martin doesn't fear the sack. Lucky them. John, didn't they just sign Larsson? Yes, they did just sign Larsson, but they signed Larsson with the idea that he was going to stay, and then Newcastle came in with a big bid. So that has changed some things. Thomas Christensen, 2-1 Fredrikstad today, and Fredrikstad win on pens. Blimey, that'd be a big old call. My phone's going mad, pal, says Joe. Saying what? I'm picking an away fixture out of a hat, and the one I pick, I'm going to. Oh my god, that's awesome. You should have done that live. You should have done a video on that. That should have been the one that you should do. Do it like fully on a, or record it at least and upload it on TikTok. I'd love to see that, mate. Elanga's Army, where can I watch the Champions League draw? You can watch it on TNT, or it's on UEFA.tv, I believe, as well. Ostermorg, have Palace got their Eze replacement in? I believe so. I think it's Jeremy Pino. Ostermorg, how haven't Palace or Spurs properly went after Elliott? Seems like a no-brainer. I don't think we'd let him go now. I feel like we wanted maybe... If we'd have got maybe Isak in a little bit earlier, we could have got another player in. But given we didn't, I think Elliott now has to stay. Mason Longley, who does Xavi Simons go to this window? I fortunately still think Chelsea. Well, Chelsea have backed out of it, haven't they? Yeah, they've backed out of it. User 331, what time's the draw? It's at 5, mate. Sean McCann, thoughts of Krejci to Wolves. What a player, by the way. Yeah, really good player. Better than Girona, anyway. He's a good signing for Wolves, I think. LRD Jameson, as a City fan, I'd like Napoli at home, just for the whole De Bruyne love story. Yeah, it'd be McTominay you want to watch out for, though. Ballon d'Or winner McTominay. He's got a bit of track record scoring against City, hasn't he? Josh, how's it going? Good to see you. What we saying? Liam Manning, England squad announcement tomorrow. Who do you think will be in? In the nicest possible way, and you don't take this in any way, I hope anyway, but in the nicest possible way, I don't give a toss. I couldn't care less. I honestly couldn't care less. I actually, when I heard the other day that Ekitike wasn't in the France squad, I was like, get in. That's amazing. We don't want him in there. The last thing we want is Ekitike in the France squad. Joe, I know mates that are going to every away game. More money than sense. Christ, they have to have some money to go to those away games. 3-star Reds, Fulham have jumped ahead of Forest for Backward. Really hope Forest can get their noses in front again for a player who has said he wants to join Forest. Well, Fulham were also bidding for Raheem Sterling of Chelsea, getting him in on loan. And they're looking at... what's his name? The fella from... Oh, come on, Key. Sort your life out, mate. Shakhtar. Young Brazilian winger from Shakhtar. Yeah, Fulham were bidding big money for him. Aaron Williams, saying you don't want your players playing international football is a stupid statement. Ha 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 ha. Why is it stupid, Aaron? Deschamps is leaving after the World Cup, I'm sure, sorry. France must change their manager. Deschamps is past it now. Liam Manning, no injuries that way, surely. But yeah, I was going to say, it makes a great deal of sense to me anyway. And LRD Jameson, he's a Liverpool fan. They don't like international football. No, I love international football. I have no problem with international football. I just don't consider myself patriotic in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I have no interest in England. I have as much interest in England winning the World Cup as Liverpool winning the Carabao Cup. It means it's nice, it's lovely, like great. I'd be made up for other people, but it doesn't really mean a lot to me. I love the World Cup. I love it when the World Cup's on, but only because there's loads of football. Nothing to do with England. If England go out, it just means fine. It just means that some players come home more. Come on, no, I'm serious. That's not. I'm genuine. Aaron, exactly, lad. I always say from them. Yeah, you can say the injuries, but you should always want them in and around it. Why? Why should you always want your team, your country in and all around it? Why? Why should you? Josh, Palace will win. I think they will too, yeah. Joe, I'd rather watch Scotland in a World Cup. Well, I was going to say, Scotland at least it would feel like, I don't know, Scotland it feels like there's a bit of passion about it with Scotland. Don't feel like England really have that, to be fair. Key, is this the only match you're watching today, mate? It is, yes. I don't think I'll be able to catch any of the later ones because this one, this one could go to extra time, which it might. Like, I haven't scheduled any for the same reason that I didn't do the Celtic game the other night. The Celtic game against Kairat, everyone was like, why aren't you watching Celtic? Why aren't you watching Celtic? But if I had done Celtic, we would never have caught the late game. The League Cup game. Because it always runs over. So, yeah, I've not booked anything in, but we'll see where we lie. We'll see where the situation is come full time in this one. If Palace have won it in normal time, then maybe we can look at a cheeky extra game late. Last minute sort of thing. We'll pick one and do it. William, do you think Wolves will sign Krejci on a permanent then for a season-long loan at the start? I think it's a loan with an option. Or is it a loan with an obligation? I think either way, I think he will sign. He's a good player. Josh, you going live Sunday? I'm live every day, Josh. I'm live every day. If I'm not live, there has been a major issue. Or there just genuinely isn't a game pretty much anywhere in the world. Like, I have been live every day, and the only times that I've not is when I've been at death's door, or there's not been any fixtures on, like literally none around the world. There's been nobody playing. And there's very few days in a year, believe me. There's maybe like a handful. There might be like 5 or 6. Maybe. Nah, that's probably an exaggeration. Maybe there's about 10. Maybe there's about 10 days in a year where there's very little or even no football. And Christmas Day is one of them, by the way. Christmas Day this year, I was looking. So Christmas Eve, we're live. We're live on Christmas Eve because the African Nations Cup is on. So we're live pretty much a big chunk of Christmas Eve, sorry. And then Christmas Day is the Saudi Pro League. So I might even do a Christmas Day stream. Bit of Saudi Pro League action. Why not? Aaron, would you have Onana as the top 5 keepers of all time? Aaron, you're just a divvy, you, aren't you, mate? You're just a full-on attention-seeking little dweeb, aren't you? Abu, United, Prem, finish prediction after last night. About 14th at best, I think. Key, Aberdeen is a possible game at 7:30 against Steaua Bucharest. Yeah, I think they're going to go through. Feisty, Key. Not feisty. Just absolute sadaks. No problem, people putting funny little comments in the chat. It's all good. If it's funny, be funny. It's sound. Be funny. I love it. I am all for it. I love a laugh. I watch a lot of football. I love a bit of a distraction of people putting an actual funny thing in the chat. But do you think Onana's top 5 keepers in the world? Nay. No. Nobody does. What a stupid comment. Get a life. Laddie Jameson. Would you take Champions League and FA Cup or Premier League and League Cup? Premier League and League Cup. League's always biggest. Yeah, league's always biggest. William, what could he bring to West Ham? Oh, Mangasa. I thought has he signed for West Ham? He's not a bad player. He really isn't a bad player. G. Lawrence, I tell you what is funny. Key pretending he's Liverpool. He loves the Spurs. Yeah, see, that's just a long-running lie that you're perpetuating, mate. You little scamp. You little rascal, you. Reese, I think Raya is the top 5 keepers of all time, to be honest. No, you don't. No, you don't. Here we go. Joe, Osula or Ronaldo. The Voice. The Blues are going up. Which Blues? Which Blues are we talking about? There's plenty of Blues. Be more specific. Josh, I have to leave at about 5 for my brother's footy training. I might be able to play, even though I'm 2 years older. Well, hey, do what you have to do, mate. Hopefully you catch us when you come back later on. Birmingham are going up. We're live for Birmingham on Friday night. Leicester City against Birmingham. So, yeah, it'll be intriguing to see how you get on in that one. Who do I want to go up? Now, that's a completely different question. I like Blackburn. I don't think Blackburn will. I think they've got maybe an outside chance of the playoffs, but I quite like Blackburn to go up. I'm all for northern teams. I'm big on the old north-south divide. Don't want these southerners dominating the Premier League. We want to try and get the north back in the, leading the top flight. So, who do I want up? It's a good question. Not Millwall. Not Millwall and not Middlesbrough. They are probably the only two that I really don't want. And then other than that, I honestly don't mind. I wouldn't mind West Brom. I feel like West Brom are a good... I think Ryan Mason's done a good job with them. So, I've got a lot of time for West Brom. I think... I'd quite like Preston to come up, but again, I know they're not going to. They've started the season all right, but I'd quite like Preston to come up. I'd quite like Blackburn. I honestly wouldn't mind Portsmouth. I know I've just kind of shot myself in the foot there with the whole north-south divide thing, but I really do like Portsmouth. Key, why is Isaac going to the smaller club? G. Lawrence, how's that Spurs kit you've got going? Key, worn it lately. Behave yourself, lad. The Voice, Birmingham, we need Midlands representation. We're a big club. Yeah, I'm not denying Birmingham. Birmingham are a great club. No problem with Birmingham at all. But yeah, if I had to list 10 teams that I want to come up, Birmingham would probably be in the bottom end of that 10. I don't mind Birmingham. I don't dislike you. No problem with Birmingham at all. But yeah, there's probably a couple of... I'd rather you come up than Stoke. I'd rather Birmingham up than Coventry, or Borough, or Leicester, or Millwall, or Southampton, or Watford, or Swansea, or Charlton, or Hull, or Norwich, or Ipswich. I'd rather Sheffield Wednesday come up than Birmingham. And I'd rather Oxford come up than Birmingham. So, Sheffield, Oxford, Blackburn, Portsmouth, Bristol, Preston, West Brom. Yeah, you're probably about 8th. There you go. That's me being kind. No, as a Liverpool fan, I want to get Olympiacos away because of their atmosphere. The Voice says, why? Our fans are class. The Prem needs us. We'll take away the Tourist League. What do you mean you'll take away the Tourist League? Mate, if you're in the Premier League for 5 minutes or any longer than 5 minutes, you will get tourists. And I guarantee you, your ticket prices will go up. You'll have fans from all over the world in the ground, and you'll very soon start to be like, club doesn't care about us. They're pricing all those locals out. It's the same. Listen, honestly, Everton are going through it right now in their new stadium. The scrum down. James says Wrexham won't be going up. I don't think so either, James. Be yourself, Dylan. When's the draw on? It kicks off in 15 minutes. 15 minuten on TNT. You can also watch it on the UEFA website. Come on. Yeah, UEFA Champions League draw. 5-2-1. If you're watching on Virgin like me. G. Lawrence, Millwall need to stay in the Championship, ready for the West Ham derby next season. The Voice says Sheffield Wednesday are going down. I know, I think so too, mate, but I really do like them. Joel Key, are you part of the Ashburton Army at Arsenal? What's the Ashburton Army? I don't get it. What is it? Be yourself, Dylan says Birmingham will come up. The Voice, you're naming teams that are going down then. No, I know, I'm not, but you didn't say which teams do I think will come up. You said which teams do I want to come up. Completely different question. The Voice, we've got a working class club, we'll never have tourists. That's a total lie. Well, not a lie. You're very naive to think that. If you're in the Premier League for longer than 5 minutes, I guarantee you'll have tourists. And your prices will go through the roof. You won't be able to get many tickets. Lol Joey, if you become a big club, you'll get tourists. It's just how it works. Be yourself, Dylan. Are you watching Palace? I am. Yes. Joe Key was giving it large to me at the Newcastle game. He's different offline, lads. Oh, I get you. Right, we're now saying that Key's a hooligan. Key's a Green Street hooligan away from us. All this, lovely, relaxed demeanour. Josh, top 5 goalkeepers of all time, according to ChatGPT, is Schmeichel, Neuer, Casillas, Buffon, Yashin. ChatGPT's talking shite, mate. The Voice, lots of British Asians in Brum who support the Big Six. Unfortunately, we need them to switch to us. But surely you wouldn't want that. Why would you want any fans that would switch? Irrespective of British Asians or not. If they supported one club and then went to another, that's not the type of fan you want, surely. Ruben Amorim. Oh, I can't wait, honestly. Burnley are going to snot them this weekend. Ryan, do you think all English clubs get through to knockout stage? Yes. Yes, I do. Joe, you had your Isaac shirt. I'm getting an Isaac shirt. And I'm going to get... Do you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get an actual Newcastle Isaac shirt. I'm going to get a Newcastle Isaac shirt and it's going pride of place behind there when Liverpool sign him. Lol, Joey, I can back that statement up. He pushed my gran down the stairs after the Ingemoa goal. She had it coming. She looked at me funny. Be yourself, Dylan. That is being a glory hunter. The Voice, we're moving to a new 60,000 stadium. I'm British Asian as well. We need the fans. No, listen, when you move to a new stadium, you've got more seats. Obviously, you'll attract a newer type of fan and hopefully the younger generation, the next generation of fans, when they're choosing their club, more will be inclined to choose Birmingham if it's on the doorstep and they're a Premier League club. They'll choose Birmingham over, say, a Man United, a Liverpool, an Arsenal, whatever. What I'm saying is, if they've already chose Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, whatever, they're less likely to go and switch to Birmingham. And if they do, they're not the ones you want. Why I think we are the most loyal fans in the world. Who do you support? Why? Sorry. Ryan, are you not watching the draw instead? I am, yes. The draw kicks off in about 10 minutes. So I'm watching the draw and I'm also watching Palace. T, Eze and Gyökeres is going to cause Liverpool lots of problems. And they might cause Arsenal more problems than they cause Liverpool. The Voice, Brum, 35% South Asian. If we get half of them to switch, we'll be tidy. You're not going to get him to switch. Why would you want him to switch? The Scrum Down Live says Keys, top 5 keepers of all time. Clements, Rayner, Alisson, Dudek, David James. Alisson's better than a lot of them. Ryan, sorry, we've done that one already. Why? United. United have got the most loyal fans, you're saying? Nah. Ginge, big man, did you have a good laugh at us yesterday? I had a good chuckle. I'm not going to deny that. Yes, of course I had a good chuckle. It was good for... I mean, to be honest, we was watching Rangers. Everyone was laughing at Rangers getting snotted by Club Brugge. All the Celtic fans were laughing. And then everyone was like, turn it over, turn it over. Man United are getting snotted by Grimsby. Kyle Hill, zero ball knowledge. Zero ball knowledge. Oh my goodness me. Key, why did you chuck your cup of Bovril over a steward? Basically, he said that I wasn't the hardest person he'd ever met. So I was like, lad, do you know who I am? Cocker St. Helens. I don't know if that's a word, actually. I've just said that, and that might not be something that you're familiar with. But yeah, that's... United going down. We will be there. Could be a possibility this season. No, we're not going down. T, why would Eze cause Arsenal a problem? Because they're going to have to play him in a position he's never played in before. Liam Manning, why always me? Exactly. It is a little... I mean, I am... Just call me the English Balotelli. There could be other descriptors, of course. I'm slightly chunkier. I'm an Aries, you know. Any other things that would differ, me and Balotelli, I guess. He's got a little bit longer hair than I have, I guess. That's probably the other thing. Josh, top 5 LFC players of all time. Graham Souness, John Barnes, Ian Rush, Gerrard and Kenny Dalglish. Nah, come on. Come on. Luis Suarez, Mo Salah, get him in there. Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker. St. Helens Pete Dawson. T, what if Arteta plays him as a number 10? That's his natural position. They're not going to play him as a number 10, are they? They're not going to drop Odegaard for Eze. Ginge, lifelong United fan, but after last night, I fully want relegation. Big reset needed ASAP. Goodness me. It's going to be a tough all time for Manchester United, yeah, over the next... Do they stick with Amorim? That's the question. Do they stick with Amorim? Go on, Key, start dancing. Listen, I'm not a performing monkey. If you've watched Shaun of the Dead, I'm not a performing monkey. Lewis, is the draw in 5 minutes? 7 minutes, Lewis, to be precise. Everybody knows Eze is miles better than Odegaard, says T. Well, I mean, not everybody knows that, and he is also your captain, so I would be amazed if he started him in the 10. Ginge, Amorim looks like he's resigning after Burnley. I think so too, yeah. I think if Burnley doesn't go quite as well as it could... I think... So I was watching Stretford Paddock, and they were talking about how, what do they do? What happens after this? You know, what's the expectation over their next like 3 games? And they said, or they universally sort of unanimously agreed that they wanted 7 points from their next 3 games. And Manchester United's next 3 games are Burnley, Chelsea and City. So they're effectively saying he has to win against Burnley and they want 4 points from City and Chelsea. Now, can any of us in this room now, can any of us see that happening? Because I can't. And I'll be honest, I'm not even sure that they get 3 points against Burnley on Saturday. I think that might change a few things. AFC Bournemouth, what do you think of AFC Bournemouth going to do this season? What do I think? I think Bournemouth will I think you'll do okay. You probably won't do as well as you did last season. Feels like you've made a few. Obviously, you've made quite a lot of losses in defence, and you've not quite replaced them, to be honest. So yeah, you weren't very impressive the other night against Brentford either in the cup, but you did very well at Anfield. So I think, I'll be honest, I think Bournemouth this season, it's going to be like a much of a muchness. Maybe you finish 10th, 11th, 12th, just kind of middle of the ground, middle of the road. But maybe you have a good cup run. Who knows? T, do you think we dodged a bullet not signing Sesko and signing Gyökeres instead? No, I think Sesko has a higher ceiling than Gyökeres. Sesko is a good player. Sesko is absolutely a good player. Nick Nack, no option on the poll for Palace to go out tonight. Well, I thought there would be a very small minority that might think Palace will go out tonight. It's certainly a possibility, isn't there? Average Norwegian gamer says, let's go Fredrikstad. Let's go Fredrikstad. Indeed. No, come on Palace. Let's not be saying that. Come on Palace. Lewis, they better not sack Amorim, and if they do, they better get someone from the Indian Super League. Hey, what's wrong with the Indian League? Indian League's got some great managers in it. Be yourself, Dylan. My friend was at a match yesterday. He jumped on someone's shoulders, galloping down to the pitch. Galloping? Ginge, if I'm Amorim, I'm gone. I wouldn't be wasting my time with United. I'd be saving my career. And Joe, it's not like they even had a weak squad against Grimsby. It was actually all right. Well, it was their first team, wasn't it, basically? It was effectively their first team. Everyone that would have played did play. They had no excuses. Nick Nack, it's one of them dodgy fake pitches tonight. It is indeed, yeah. It's an odd old pitch in Fredrikstad in Norway. Have I got the coloured? Have I got the kits right? I think I have, haven't I? Liam, I love how Amorim got his tactics board out. It's Grimsby. In fairness, he got his tactics board out. People are giving him stick about the tactics board, but they were 2-0 down when he got it out, and he did come back to 2-2. So there's a fair old chance that maybe it worked. I don't know. Maybe it had an effect. And he was already really, really angry. He already said it wasn't even, he wasn't angry about the penalty shootout. He was angry about the start to the game, and he would have been angry no matter what. He said if United... I actually really liked Amorim's interview last night, because he said if United had gone out, if United had gone through, it would have been so unfair to Grimsby. And that's you can't really say fair in that. That's bang on the money, isn't it? T says, what's your combined 11 Arsenal versus Liverpool? Combined 11 Arsenal versus Liverpool would be Alisson in goal, Timber right back, Van Dijk and Canate, and Kirk as left back. Midfield would be Rice, McAllister, Gravenberch. Soberslai's unlucky to miss out there, but Rice, McAllister, Gravenberch, and then front three would be Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah. Yeah, so Timber gets in, and Rice gets in, and that's it. MT, let's go Fredrikstad. Today is your day. Marmalade, as a Cov fan who used to watch Gyökeres every week, I promise Sesko is nowhere near just yet. I didn't say that, and no one's suggesting that he is anywhere near just yet. But Gyökeres is I don't think he's that good, I'll be honest. I think Gyökeres is he's just an okay centre forward. I don't think he's going to be a top centre forward, and I am baffled by. I've just seen the FIFA rating they've given him. He's got like an 86 or an 87 FIFA rating. It's absolutely laughable. These people can't have seen him play. I can only assume they haven't seen him play. Average Norwegian gamer, Palace can't lose to number 10 in the Norwegian league, or could they? Maybe. Well, let's see. We've watched a little bit of the Norwegian Elite Syrian this year. We have watched a little bit, so maybe we can see. Nick Nack, that Yenemy Pino lad looks like a good signing for Palace. Yes, good player. Very tidy player. I'm surprised that they're letting him go, to be honest. Shelley, nice and quiet without Callum giving me grief. I'll honestly, if I really like Callum Shelley, but if he keeps giving you grief, I'm banning the lad. He's getting muted. I'm a bit nervous for this draw, says Joe. Nah, you'll be all right. You'll be good. Right, we're off and underway here, by the way, in Norway. Plastic Pitch FC. Let's sync the old clock up. There you go. Right. Fredrikstad 0, Palace 0. We're off and underway. Knick-knack, we'll find out this season how good Sesko and Gyökeres actually are. I mean, I think Gyökeres will score more than Sesko. I'm not denying that. I just think that Sesko was the better purchase. If you're paying 70 million quid for one of them, and Sesko is 5 years younger, I think Sesko's better value. Because I think Sesko becomes at least as good as Gyökeres. Whereas I think Gyökeres in the Premier League, I don't think he does it. Maybe time will tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Ben, is Palace usual sponsor, or is Palace's usual sponsor banned or something? Yes, so they are. Is it Fun88, the Palace's usual sponsor? They don't allow gambling sponsors. So I'm sure it is that. Lewis, why does YouTube get fancy things and we get a bit of writing? Because YouTube has different things that I can use. I can't use it on TikTok yet. Anyway, that's what I was doing before the live started. I had basically I'm trying to get it so that this, which is you're watching me on a phone, right? And you've got to listen to relatively crap audio because it's just my phone audio. YouTube has a lovely camera and lovely audio and all these nice bits and all that. I'm trying to get it so that you are going to be on that camera. That's the plan. And it's a work in progress. But hopefully if I can get you guys in there and I can get all the chat coming in the same place again, it'll be great. Because then you guys can interact with the people who are on YouTube and the people who are on Twitch and the people who are on X and the people who are on Instagram and Facebook, and it'll all just pile into one and it'll be great. We'll all know each other. Because right now I've got regulars on TikTok and regulars on YouTube and I love yous all, but you don't know each other. And I think it'd be great. We'll all vibe. It's awesome. Liam Manning, zero ball knowledge, no Saka. Kimbo, opinions on Rodgers. Love him. Do you mean Jim Morgan Rodgers or Brendan Rodgers? But Morgan Rodgers, I really like. Yeah, wonderful player. Ben Hughes, who's 86 overall on FIFA. Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. Yes, you read that right. Rice and Eze and either Saliba or Gabriel should be there. No, Kanate is better than both of them. Rice is there. So you're saying I have put Rice in the midfield, by the way. You missed that. And Eze is not getting in over Gakpo. Eze is not better than Gakpo. Joe says, where's the draw? The draw is on the TNT Sports 1, 521 if you put it on. It's going to take a bit of time. It's not going to be like a... They do the whole build-up and all that sort of thing first, so it's not just going to be that. It's going to be the Champions League draw plus all these other bits where they do. And we're going to be talking about our goalkeeper of the year, our UEFA representative. And it'll be, I don't know, Francesco Toldo. And then they ask him out and they ask him all these questions, give him a big interview on his career and everything. Lewis, I'm watching it on YouTube, so I get the fancy things. Nice, Lewis. Good stuff. Jay Sakini, opinions on Pro Evo eFootball. I used to play Pro Evo religiously up until about 15 years ago. And then I switched to FIFA. And then they stopped. Well, I found out they got rid of the Master League and everything, haven't they? Master League doesn't exist anymore on Pro Evo. It's shocking. I would never play it anymore. Never. Lewis thought it's starting at 5. It is on, like you can watch it. If you go to 521, it's actually on, but the draw doesn't start straight away. like, the draw is on until 6:15. So it's a 5 o'clock till 6:15 program, this. And for about the opening 30 minutes of it, it's all just talking and interviews. It's nonsense. T, that's a crazy take. Saliba and Gabriel is better than Konate. No, they're not. Mate, Konate is the second best centre-back in the world. And, again, if you ask most Liverpool fans, they wouldn't swap Saliba or Gabriel for Konate. And I know if you asked most Arsenal fans, they wouldn't swap Saliba or Gabriel for Konate. That's fine. But there really isn't a lot of difference between them. That's why Real Madrid want Konate. Eddie, good afternoon. Good to see you, Eddie. How's things? Well, it's not been a quick start in this one. Shelley, 29 watching and only 7 likes. Come on, people. Hit it. Tar very much. Cheers for that, Shelley. Thank you. What are you watching it on? I am watching the Champions League draw on TNT, and I've got Palace on Channel 5. Leo, who do you support? I am a Liverpool fan, mate. Would that make you think any differently about me, though? T, Real Madrid wants Saliba. Yeah, I know, but I know which one they're more likely to get. Like I said, I think they want, of course, every club wants Saliba, every club wants Van Dijk and Konate, but what I'm saying to you is I think Real Madrid will prioritise Konate. And there's a reason for that. It's because he's probably the second best centre-back in the world. Eddie, all good. I want Newcastle to draw Bayern or Barcelona. Leo, no mate, I can tell you no ball and I'm an Arsenal fan. Listen, I like Arsenal. Honestly, people, I have no problem with Arsenal at all. I like Arsenal. Knick-knack down to the home team to make something happen. No need for Palace to force things. Again, very true, yeah. How do Fredrikstad plays? I guess because if you're the Fredrikstad manager, you're probably looking at it and thinking, we just can't afford to concede. If we keep it tight, keep it 0-0 for as long as possible, we've always got a chance. As soon as we get one down, that's probably the game done, isn't it? Joe, you're a Spurs fan, Key, man. Behave yourself. Lewis, top 8 for the Champions League group stage. Depends on the draw, doesn't it? It really depends on who they're playing. I mean, if a Spurs or a City or, you know, someone like that gets a really tough draw, you never know. You know, they might go out. T, make a poll. That would be interesting if Saliba or Gabriel is better than Konate. Well, it wouldn't really be worth looking at because if you did that poll right now, Gabriel, if you ranked them, I would imagine there would be a split between Gabriel and Saliba being top. The problem is at the minute, because Konate has just had 2 bad games, everyone is going to remember those 2 relatively poor performances. Also, because Saliba and Gabriel play in a team that's very defensive, that's why they have a lot of clean sheets and they don't really get an awful lot of, you know, risk, let's say. Whereas Van Dijk and Konate are frequently the only 2 defenders back and Liverpool are throwing bodies forward. Josh, I think it'll be 1-1. Knick-knack, you're good at correcting my typos. Did you do a typo? Where was your typo? Down to the home team to make something happen, no need. Oh, for Palace to force things. Do you know what? I didn't even notice that was a typo. You outed yourself there, Knick-knack. Something in my brain just processed that as it should have been. I don't know. You outed yourself there. Joe, this draw is shocking. Got the Chelsea CEO talking waffle. Gay's better than Saliba and Gabriel. Lucas Radaby's better than Saliba and Gabriel, isn't he, mate? Shocking. Liam Manning, Gay starting again. He will go surely before Monday. Good, solid defender. I would imagine so. Yes, I do still think he leaves. Lewis, we didn't deserve to draw a team as good as PSG after finishing first in the league stage. But do you know what? To be the best, you've got to beat the best. And PSG over the 2 legs, probably just about were the better side. I've no problem with that. They deserve to win it. They were the better team. And we went out on penalties. It was unlucky. It wasn't like Arsenal, who got battered from pillar to post in both legs. Reece, Chelsea accepting another award. Boring club, yawn. How mad is it that Chelsea have got Garnacho for like 35 million quid, by the way? Eddie, Arsenal I tip for the Premiership. What's your thoughts? I think Arsenal are going to finish 3rd. I do. I think City are the better team. Even though Spurs the other day was an odd one. I just feel like Arsenal, they've given me more cause for concern in those opening 2 games. The Leeds game, even though they won Leeds, they beat Leeds 5-0. I don't look at that and think that was a really good performance. They really struggled in that game, Arsenal. I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very, very tight. Thomas Christensen, you didn't mention Wirtz in the starting 11 against Arsenal. Do you think he will be benched? No, that wasn't my starting 11 against Arsenal. No, that was somebody on TikTok asked, what is my combined Liverpool and Arsenal 11? And Florian Wirtz wasn't in it. You're right. I didn't put Florian Wirtz in it, which may change over the course of the season. But right now, I wouldn't put Florian Wirtz in it. If I'm doing my starting 11 for Liverpool against Arsenal, then yes, absolutely Florian Wirtz is in it, of course. T, if Arsenal won the league, people are going to say that Saliba and Gabriel are the best defenders in the world. I think if Arsenal won the league, then yeah, it would probably be down to the fact that Arsenal have got the best defence. But they don't defend by individuals. Like I feel like Gabriel and Saliba are good defenders. They are very good defenders. But I feel like if you put Van Dijk and Konate in Arsenal's system, they'd be even better. Whereas if you put Gabriel and Saliba in Liverpool's system, they'd get exposed. I don't think Gabriel and Saliba can defend the way that Liverpool play. Ollie Marley, are you still going to have the Palace game on while the draw is on? Yes, I am. Yeah. The draw isn't even starting again for a good 15-20 minutes. It'll be at least before the draw starts. Be yourself, Dylan. Program is like watching paint dry. Ball knowledge minus 234. Oh my god, this draw's boring. Long intro, I know. Joe, you see Tony Kroos is getting a Newcastle season ticket with a massive club. Reece, Konate overhyped massively. Well, like, we can talk about overhyped all day. Nick Nack, what time is the draw? The draw usually is around about 5:30. But you just have to kind of put up with the BS for the first half an hour or so. Weird that it clashes with the matches. Well, it doesn't clash with the Champions League. I would have thought that UEFA would have put like a blackout on while the draw's going on. But we are going to be live tomorrow for the Conference League and Europa League and Conference League draw, because that's tomorrow as well. So once all the games tonight are decided, then we'll see how they get on. Wade Dodd, thoughts on the United Grimsby game yesterday? Loved it. It was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah, Grimsby were fantastic. Probably deserved to win in the 90 minutes, to be honest. So, yeah, Ruben Amorim was very honest at full time, and fair play to him, actually. I think he's responded in the right way. He's responded in the way that I would have expected him to. That's a dignified response. Anyway, Fredrikstad with the corner here. Ball in, near post. It's gone behind. It's going to be a corner. Sorry, a goal kick. Reece, Lewis Skelly is better than Ashley Cole, Jordi Alba and Roberto Carlos combined, but his own manager doesn't pick him. Makes sense of that one, Reece. T, if we beat Liverpool on Sunday, that's a big statement for us. It shows we are serious. Arsenal are going to have to go and beat a rival at some point. We talked about this the other day. Arsenal can't keep going through seasons getting, draws and defeats away at big teams. That's what they've done that quite a lot. They really, really do need to start going to away grounds and behaving like they are champions. Go there and try and win. If they can get a win at the Etihad or at Anfield, then, you know, maybe people will start taking Arsenal serious. But as it stands, it's really not that. I just look at it and think, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced with Arsenal. I am more convinced that City, even after the Spurs result, City will finish above Arsenal. Ben, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Ostermorg, what do you think about the manager market if Amorim goes? Only decent names I can think of is Motta, Xavi and Ange. Forgot about Southgate as well. Well, apparently the early four, I'll tell you this, the early four favourites for the Manchester United job, if Ruben Amorim does go, the four early frontrunners are, believe it or not, in order as well, Gareth Southgate, number 1. Michael Carrick, number 2. Who was number 3? Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino, number 3. And number 4, Kieran McKenna. So pick the bones out of that one. They are the 4 favourites for the Manchester United job currently if Amorim does leave. Based on the bookies. So, I mean, bookies can get it wrong, but bookies' favourites usually aren't all that wrong anyway. So the top 4 are Pochettino, Carrick, McKenna and Southgate. Yeah. Joe says Eddie Howe's rugby tactics, high pressing mags going on tour. Slardy Bardfast, Man U fans, if you need to watch a decent match, Grimsby Town has season tickets still available. Ostermorg isn't Poch with the American national team. He is indeed, yeah. Yeah, it's whether or not they could get him out of there, to be honest, before the World Cup. But all massive gamble, says Nick Nack. Don't think any would make the fans happy. I don't think there's anything that would make United happy, to be honest. None of them would be, like, convincing, would they? The ones, like, I think United should have got Thomas Frank in. Thomas Frank was the one they should have got. And if they're not going to get Thomas Frank in, then the other one would be this fella here, Glasner. They go and get Glasner from Crystal Palace. That would be a great signing. Or Andoni Areola from Bournemouth, maybe. They are probably the ones that that would be worth a look. Dyche, yeah, hey Shelley, Dyche. He went on the overlap, didn't he? He had an interview with Gary Neville, and they asked him which job would you want to go for, like which is the one job that you'd always want, and he said the Man United job, and he was like, yeah. I think Ruben Amorim's got to start winning some games. You know, it's all well and good having a tactics and philosophy and whatever, but, you know, if you've got to start winning games. Fredrikstad, long throw into the box. They're taking a chance here, Palace. Cleared away, just about. Lucas Barnum, has Man United manager been sacked? Nope, he's not been sacked. He's still very much in charge for the Burnley game, but he may well be walking. Liam Manning, why not Rooney? Is that Zlatan? He looks very different, doesn't he? Has he had a nose job? He's had a nose job, him. He looks different, Zlatan. Oh, hey. Oh, I thought they were showing Istanbul there. Nick Nack, what do you think of Marco Silva? I like him. I like Marco Silva a lot, but I don't think he's a Man United manager. There's a part of me that thinks if Man United are going to sort of get back to, sort of not winning ways, but get back to really like success and some sort of a culture of winning, they need to go for someone who's like a proper tempestuous mentality. Like, do you know who would be perfect for him? Conte. Because he would either go in and blow the club up and leave within like 3 weeks, or he'd go in and actually sort it out and then probably bugger off after 2 seasons. But he would have a sustained impact. I feel like Conte would be a good shout. Maybe even Spalletti. Spalletti's just left the Italian national manager's job. I feel like he'd be another good shout. Midtjylland 2-0 up, by the way, against Coops in Finland. Noah of Armenia 2-0 up against Ljubljana. That's 6-1 on the first from the first leg. Shelley, he was okay for us, but he's different for Fulham. Yeah, I feel like Marco Silva just... He's a good manager. He is a good manager, of course he is, but he's not a Man United manager. Nick Nack, I've heard some Man United fans say they'd have Mourinho back. Well, Mourinho, funnily enough, Mourinho did an interview because there's rumours he's about to be sacked by Fenerbahce, and he has said that if he does leave Fenerbahce, he wants to go to a bottom half English side that isn't in Europe. And that just screams West Ham, doesn't it? That's absolutely West Ham all over the place. So I'm expecting West Ham to do the business, maybe. Rooney has relegated Birmingham and Plymouth. Go to United, please. Lewis, how do you watch the 3 o'clock games? On telly. Steve McNair, hope you bet that Inter Miami game. I did, Steve. Yes, I backed. I've had a lot of good wins. Funnily enough, I've got Ordabasi Shymkent on right now, and you're all going to be saying, "Who's Ordabasi Shymkent?" Well, they're only in the Kazakhstani Cup. Ordabasi Shymkent against Kizilzar, and they're 1-0 up in extra time. So I had them. I had Cheryl Porteño to win in the Paraguayan Cup. They did. I had Botasani to win in the Romanian Cup. They did. I had... who else did I have the other night? Inter Miami, of course. Boca Juniors. Had them. I've got River Plate. River Plate in the Cup against... I think they're playing Union Santa Fe. Got them in the Argentinian Cup. River Plate. That's a good shout. Back then. And tonight, I'm not even kidding you, I am on for about... I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say it and jinx it, but I am waiting on Strasbourg to qualify against Brøndby, and about 1 or 2 others, but I can't remember which of the other 2 off the top of my head. But I've got definitely Strasbourg. Oh, Panathinaikos against Samsunspor, Strasbourg against Brøndby, and there might be one other, I think, but I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. And it returns about $4,000. Not even kidding. Mariano Cáceres, Crystal Palace winner. I'm hoping Crystal Palace. It's currently 0-0. Fredrikstad 0, Crystal Palace 0. It's going to be a free kick here to Fredrikstad and a yellow card for Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta leaving studs in there. Right, I think we're about to start with the draw here now. The draw actually does feel like it's coming. Empty, intervention needed. Mate, I only put like £2.50 on. I'm one of them divvies that puts like £2.50 on. Returns 19 grand. Honestly, I'm one of them. I never win. But the losses aren't very big. They're like, I don't know, 50 quid. 50 quid here and there on like a month, not much. But by the same token, I have won some big ones as well. I won about £6.5 not that long ago. I won 9 and a bit last year. I'm definitely up. Definitely up. I'm surprised they've not cancelled my account, to be honest. Grizzly Mob, my luck is the worst. I always have a couple of parlays and all the plus hits, and I get 500, 600 lose. Me, the parlay, Liverpool could win every game in the Prem. As soon as I bet on them, they would lose. So yeah, it's always the bankers. It's always the bankers that let you down. King Alfie, what time is AI actually happening? AI? I don't know. What do you mean? Ryan, apparently Newcastle are closing in on Voltamad. Cogs might start moving now. No, surely not. Voltamad. Shelley, sensible lad. If you gamble responsibly, you should give the money to me so I could invest it wisely on gamble even less responsibly. I'll be honest. Yeah, no, I would never... I would never put more on because I know it's an absolute mugs game. I've never seen a poor bookie. Palace clear the corner away. Fredrikstad haven't started badly here, you know. Palace looking a little bit nervy. He's still just talking through the draw. Here we go. Pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. Right. Knick-knack, no such thing as a banker, that's why. It was always going to be tricky with such a slender lead from the first leg. It's very true. Lewis, has the draw started yet? Not quite, no. It's coming up, though. A couple of minutes. Knick-knack plus the synthetic pitch is a leveller. Agreed, yeah, absolutely agreed. They're still just doing the fiddly bits where they say, you know, opponent 1, opponent 2, opponent 3, opponent 4, and all that jazz. Pot 1 teams, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4, pot 5, pot 6. They don't really do it as a yeah, it's all a bit of a mad draw, to be honest. Pot 2. It's all done by a supercomputer, isn't it? Knick-knack must be hard judging offsides without any lawn stripes. Hey, most officials can't do it with a pair of eyes, to be fair. They struggle to get offsides full stop. Lewis, have you ever been witness? That's an odd statement, an odd question. Where's that come from, Lewis? Of course I've been to witness. Claydon, they will go to pot 100 at this rate. They're going to pot. They're all going to pot. Knick-knack must be hard. Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Fredrikstad. This is, I mean, it's a poor start to this game, I've got to be honest. A lot of head tennis. Isn't really an awful lot going on by way of clear chances. Pot 1, Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, here we go. Now they're doing a brief overview of every single team. Knick-knack, it's like an inverted Arsenal strip. Palace kit is awful. It's like a mustardy colour, isn't it? But yeah, the Arsenal, sorry, the Fredrikstad one is a bit of an unusual one. Be yourself, Dylan. Draw is happening now. Well, they're still just showing all of the team overview, so they're doing like a little clip for Chelsea and a little clip for Liverpool and a little clip for everyone. To be honest, you don't even want to see where pot 1 goes. All of pot 1 just gets assigned randomly. It's only really decided on pot 2s and 3s and 4s. But how mad's that? The show started at 5 o'clock, half an hour in before we've actually got to the point of them drawing it. Half an hour of talking shite. Kaka and Zlatan about to do the draw. And Fredrikstad coming forward. Down the left-hand side. Good ball in. Over everyone. And out on the far side. FM No Casuals, they're playing for the draw here. Yeah, I think they're quite content with the draw, aren't they, Palace? They'd be happy with the draw. I'm hoping. I was rooting for Palace. I thought they'd be able to get it done tonight, but doesn't look like they're bothered, to be honest. And first name out the hat. First name out the draw tonight is, pulled by Zlatan, it's Bayern München. FC Bayern München. Oh, now we have to watch a clip of him again. Absolutely shocking. Creme de la FM, Chelsea pot 1, Arsenal pot 2. What does that tell people? It tells people Chelsea's the biggest club in London, is what you're saying. Bayern, I was hoping Liverpool. Oh my God, so there you go. That's Bayern Munich's draw. Bayern have got Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Bruges, Arsenal, Sporting, PSV, and Paphos. Union SG and Paphos. Chelsea and Bayern. There you go. There's point. And Arsenal as well. Chelsea have to go to Bayern, and they've got to go to Arsenal as well. There you go. There you go. How's about that then? How's about that then? There's the first one. Bayern Arsenal at the Emirates. Chelsea going back to the Allianz, the place where they won the Champions League. Fredrikstad still pushing forward, by the way. Who's next out, Zlatan? Who are you giving us? It is... Who? Chelsea. Chelsea. Here we go. And we already know they've got one. Bayern. Who are they playing next? They're playing Bayern away. They've also got... Knick-knack, 2 English teams in one group. Yeah, but they can't play each other. They've got Barcelona at home. Barcelona at Stamford Bridge. Napoli away. Chelsea are going out. And they've got Karabag away. There you go. Chelsea are going out. They've got Paphos, Ajax, Benfica at home. All of them they'll win, no problem. But they've got to go away to Bayern, away to Atalanta, away to Napoli, and away to Karabag. Chelsea are going out the Champions League. I'm calling it. I am calling it. Chelsea are going out. Early call. They're gonna struggle there. Long old trip to Karabag. Who's next out? Real Madrid. Give him Liverpool at Anfield, please. Liverpool at Anfield. That's what we want. Real Madrid. Give him Liverpool. Come on. We want Trent. We want Trent. Liverpool away! Yes! I told you! Man City at home, Liverpool away, Juventus at home, Benfica away, Marseille at home, Olympiacos away, Monaco away, and they've got to go to Kairat. Oh, Trent at Anfield. Get Trent back at Anfield, yes! The Rats coming home to roost. Oh! I know Rats don't come home to roost before you all start. But he does. The Rat's coming home to roost. Have that, Trent. Right, it's a free kick for Palace here. Chance for them to whip the ball into the box. Oh, come on, Zlatan. Who's next out? Come on, Zlatan. Give us Liverpool. Internazionale Milano. Who've Inter got? We'll have them. We'll have them. That'll do us. That'll do us. Come on. We'll have Inter. We'll have Inter Milan. Let's take them. Oh, yes, please. Liverpool at home. Yes. We've got Inter Milan at the San Siro. What an away trip that is for the lads. Oh, get in there. Liverpool. They've also got Arsenal at the San Siro. Liverpool at home, Dortmund away, Arsenal at home, Atletico Madrid away. That'll be a great game. Slavia Prague at home, Ajax away, Kairat Almaty at home, Union SG away. And next out, they're speeding it up now. Who's next out, Zlatan? Come on. Next out is Borussia Dortmund. We'll take Dortmund. Give us Dortmund as well. Oh, we've already got them, haven't we? We've already got Real Madrid at Anfield, San Siro away. We're good. We're good. Hey, Mariano, let's go River Plate to the Champions League. Ostermark, Shiva and his bums are going to get battered. Right, Inter have got, Dortmund are playing at City. Dortmund have got City, and they've also got to go to Tottenham. Tottenham have got Dortmund at home. That's all right. Ben says Xabi benches Trent for that game. Calling it. Okay. I like that. I like it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on, give us next out. Who have we got? Con Zlatan. Give us Liverpool. Liverpool FC. Yes. Here we go. Who have we got? Who have we got? Liverpool are playing Real Madrid at home, Inter Milan away, and Real Madrid home, Inter Milan away, and we've also got... Give us the big ones. I want Paphos away. I like Paphos. Atleti at home. Frankfurt away. PSV at home. Marseille away. Karabag at home. Galatasaray away. What a wonderful trip that is. Galatasaray, Marseille, Frankfurt and Inter away. Could not have asked for better. Karabag at home. PSV, Atleti and Madrid. We've got both Madrid sides at Anfield. We have got both Madrid sides at Anfield. We will take that. That is absolutely brilliant. Rambo says, are Palace playing good? Not really, mate. No, Palace are being dominated by Fredrikstad at the moment. Fredrikstad haven't created any chances at all. Who's next out? Barcelona. Oh, give Newcastle Barcelona. They've already got Chelsea. Give them Newcastle. Give them Newcastle for Joe. Joe will want Newcastle. Go on. Let's have Newcastle for Barca. Who've they got? Paris Saint-Germain, Frankfurt, Bruges, Olympiacos, Prague, Copenhagen, Newcastle! Barcelona are going to St. James's Park. Hey, there you go. Johan Wisser, Anthony Gordon. Your boys took one hell of a beating. Reece Kaka has a difficult job in this draw. Well, he had a difficult job in his playing career, didn't he? He was carrying Milan for most of it. Alright, Zlatan, next out. Come on. City and PSG, the only two left. And it is Paris Saint-Germain. Who Paris Saint-Germain got? Palace are really struggling, honestly. They are really, really struggling. Joey, we've got some cracking games there. That is amazing, isn't it? Ben, Key, help. Athens or Anderlecht today? Oh, I've gone Anderlecht. I have backed Anderlecht to qualify. That's really, really good odds as well, by the way. Newcastle as well. Paris Saint-Germain. Newcastle have got to go back to the Parc des Princes. They've also got Tottenham at the Parc des Princes. And Paris Saint-Germain have to go back to the Nou Camp. Bayern, Barcelona, Tottenham at home, Newcastle at home. They've got to go to Bilbao. PSG are going out. PSG might be going out. I'm putting PSG and... I think PSG might struggle again, and Chelsea. Who've City got? City have got some tough ones to make up. Dortmund at home, Real Madrid away, City at the Bernabeu. Oh, this is a really good Champions League draw, I've got to say. Leverkusen at home for City, Villarreal away, Napoli at home, Glimt away, Galatasaray at home, Monaco away. Tough. Very tough. Creme de la FM, Chelsea won't struggle, bro. Mate, you will. You absolutely will. Chelsea's are rough. You have got a really, really tough one. You've got Barcelona. They're going to recap it now. Let's recap them. Absolutely unbelievable, that. I love that. Pause it. Right, so Chelsea have got Barcelona at home, Bayern away. I don't know if you're going to beat both of them, no chance. Benfica at home, tough. But Atalanta away, even tougher. You got Ajax at home, you'll win that. Napoli away, super tough. Paphos at home, you'll walk that. Qarabag away, tough. I'm telling you, it's going to be rough, this, for Chelsea. Liverpool's amazing. Real Madrid at home, Inter Milan away, Atletico Madrid home, Frankfurt away, PSV at home, Marseille away, Qarabag at home, Galatasaray away. I love that. That's a wonderful, wonderful old trip, that. I like that. Callum, is this the only game you're streaming today, Key? Up to this point it is, mate, yes. Because I don't know what's going to happen in this one. Fredrikstad are actually pushing really, really well. And it looks like Palace might struggle. Honestly, Palace haven't had a shot on target, I don't think. If they have, it's not been of note. Fredrikstad have done really, really well. Reece, so do they pull a club and then generate random teams? Or not sure how it works now, to be honest. So, it's 2 from each pot. So, it's like a computer-generated thing and it's automatically done 2 from each pot. So, it just expedites the whole draw process, basically. And then what it does is after it's done that, it sort of completes it with the rest of it. So it'll now do who Newcastle have to face. Newcastle have got to play Barcelona at St James's Park, and they've got to go to the Parc des Princes. Newcastle have got a rough old draw there. Ostermore get to see Burkhardt and walk. Yeah, well, yeah, and versus Ekatike as well. Oh, Armenia 1, Wolfsburger 0. That's rough. Got Wolfsburger to win there, to go through. Come on, Wolfsburger, pull your finger out. Josh, we've got a terrible draw. Wow. Nah, Josh, we're fine. We're fine. We're having a great time. Callum Coyle, do Aberdeen, please. Keep my team. It's 2-2. I know, I'd like to do Aberdeen, but it's... I don't know if this one's going to run. That's the problem. If this one finishes... Palace, hit it. Yeah, if this one finishes 1-1, like obviously if Fredrikstad win it on the night, then it might well be Aberdeen. So it might well go extra time and I can't do Aberdeen. If Palace can make it through, then I'll see. Paul, what channel is it on? Palace. You're not Palace or the Champions League draw, Paul. The Champions League draw is on TNT and... Palace is on Channel 5. Callum Coyle, don't be scared. Do it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. It's more... It depends what happens here. Because if this one goes to extra time, I can't stop the stream to do Aberdeen and Steaua Bucharest. Abdu, will you score a crystal goal? I'd love to score a crystal goal. That sounds poetic, Abdu. I would love it. Josh, Madrid, Milan and Atleti in a row. Mate, that's wicked. That is wicked. We want that. Madrid at Anfield is literally... Honestly, every single Liverpool fan who you asked before this draw, what did every single Liverpool fan say? Every one of us wanted Real Madrid at Anfield. Everyone. I didn't know one Liverpool fan who said they didn't want Real Madrid at Anfield. Get that rat back at Anfield. We'll do them. Knick-knack, Fredrikstad probably won't go for it until the last 15 minutes or so. And hey, again, if that's a very reasonable strategy for them, because Palace haven't really hurt them. Admittedly, they haven't hurt Palace just that much, but still time. Callum, I've got Aberdeen, Crystal Palace and Hibs all to win. £400. Can I do it? Hibs are going to let you down. And Aberdeen, I think, probably will let you down, sadly. I think Steaua Bucharest probably do just get that done. Abdu, how do you expect the match to end? I think it will be 0-0. I think this one's going to finish Fredrikstad 0, Palace 0. Nick-nack, can't be scared of who you might play if your team has real ambitions of winning the thing. Exactly. Yeah, they're all hard, aren't they? Doesn't matter who you're going to play. You have to beat them all eventually. Right, 1 minute to half-time here in Norway in a thoroughly depressing first half, it must be said. There's been no action. The big highlights, I mean, look at that Palace fan. Christ, he looks mortified. The biggest action of this half has been the Champions League draw, which I think has been really, really exciting. Liverpool getting Trent Alexander-Arnold back at Anfield. Barcelona having to go to St James's Park. Manchester City going to the Bernabeu. Chelsea having to go to the Allianz, the site of the Champions League triumph. Yeah, lots of really good games. Callum, I've got the draw here, sorry, and Aberdeen, Hibs win. Oh, you got the draw here. That won't be too bad then. Nick Nack, it was always going to be like this. I thought Palace would wipe the floor with them after last week, and it's all feeling a little bit tense around Palace at the minute. So I really thought Glasner would say, you know what, let's go there, let's really lay down a marker and show them, we're a Premier League side, we're coming here to win this competition. Because if you're struggling in a qualifier against Fredrikstad, you're not going to win this. Reece, that's a good draw for Arsenal, that. Yeah, I didn't really see Arsenal's, to be honest. Who've Arsenal got? I know you've got to play Inter, haven't you? You've got to go Inter at the San Siro, same as us. Knick-knack, tactically, both teams are probably doing the right thing, even though it's boring to watch. We always pick the classics, don't we, Knick-knack? We always pick the good ones. But they showed at Palace they can be hard to break down. That's true. Callum, I think Hibs do it, and so do my Dons. Chelsea will get to the knockouts. I wouldn't be so sure on that. I really wouldn't be so sure on that, you know. It's half-time here in Fredrikstad in Norway. Fredrikstad 0, Crystal Palace 0, 1-0 to Palace on aggregate. Grim. Thoroughly grim. As a Man United fan once said. Do you think Chelsea won't get in the top 24 teams from 32? No. I think Chelsea probably do get into the top 24, of course, but it's more that I don't think you make the immediate, like you'll get into the knockout, the first knockout. I don't think you make the automatic, like the bye. I think you've got to play 2 games, haven't you, first against the whoever it is you're playing. I think Newcastle might struggle. Newcastle might be one of those teams that finish in the bottom 8. Callum, can I swear? I don't know if you can. Well, I'm not going to ban you for it, but I would say try not to, like. But I'm not going to do anything if you do. You're a grown man as far as I'm aware. Liam Creighton, Trent returning to Anfield, yeah. Ernest, local team, Brian beat Fredrikstad 4-3, so we're technically as good as Palace. DS, I need to see Liverpool away in Europe playing the Milan tickets aren't too much. Yeah, get to the San Siro. That'll be a great trip, that. Great trip. Scratch to oro. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Spanish. Let me put that into a translator so I can see exactly what you just said there, Mr. Spanish. Because I don't know what you just said. I'm intrigued now. Let's see what you said. Wow. They are a piece of SHIT teams. They can't even score a goal. Well, don't know what to say to you, mate. Nick Nat Trent will be praying he's suspended for that one. Connor Bradley. Well, it's not even going to be Connor Bradley, is it? It's going to be Kirkes. It's going to be Kirkes and Gakpo. They're going to absolutely fly through him. Release the Rio Ingamoa tapes now. Reece, Bayern, Inter, Athletic, Bruges, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Kairat and Athletic Club. Is that Arsenal's draw? And are you Kairat away? If you're Kairat away, that's tough. And Club Bruges will give Arsenal a game. Home, away, home, away, home, away, home, away. Kairat away is tough. Kairat away is very, very tough. Ostermorg, so we're back at the San Siro in the league phase. Got PSV again and Madrid at Anfield. Both Madrids. We've got both Madrids at Anfield, haven't we, Ostermorg? Both Madrids. And we've got Karabag, haven't we? Karabag away at home. Both Madrids, Karabag at home. Haven't we got Paphos away? No, Marseille away. Got Marseille away. PSV at home. Yeah, so that's it. It's PSV at home, both Madrids, and Karabag at home. And then we've got Marseille away, Frankfurt away. Who else was there? Knick-knack. I was thinking more because of the abuse from the crowd. Oh, he'll get some abuse in the crowd. But he'll get the abuse from the crowd even if he's sitting on the bench. Talking about repeats from last year. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Paphos just might struggle. Organ, what do you think about United getting knocked out the Carabao Cup by us? Amazing. Love it. Well done to the Mariners. Great play by Grimsby. He deserved to win over 90 minutes, let alone the penalty shootout. So, no, it was really good. Really good. Claydon, remember that Bruges beat Bayern last season? Or was it Villa? No, they... I can't remember who it was they knocked out. They were very close to beating Villa, though. Creme de la FM, thoughts on Trent returning to Liverpool? What do you think? Love it. That's exactly what every Liverpool fan has been wanting. If you asked any Liverpool fan before the draw today, who do you want in this draw? Every single one I spoke to, and I did, Trent. Get Real Madrid back at Anfield. We want Real Madrid at home, and that's exactly what we've got. Every Liverpool fan will be delighted with that draw. Absolutely delighted. Knick-knack, I guess having more teams from the top leagues means less cannon fodder. It does, but it makes it more of a European Super League, doesn't it? It makes it basically... What we've effectively got now is the top 3 leagues. Top 3 or 4 leagues, maybe, and then a smattering of others. You know, a sprinkling of others to make it feel like it's a nice collective tournament, but it isn't. It's not the European Cup anymore. It's 3 leagues... And that's about it. It's the best. It's the best out of Spain, England, and France. That's it. Like Germany maybe as well a little bit, and that was about it. Ostermark, it was an Italian team, wasn't it, that Bruges knocked out? Might well have been. Italian teams haven't been up to much recently. I think we'll smash Inter Milan. I'm not concerned by Inter at all. Real Madrid, I think, will be a tough game. They might beat us, but I think it'll be a great night at Anfield. Atletico Madrid, I think we'll do them at Anfield. I'm not worried about that. PSV, not worried at all. Marseille, listen, Marseille, we've got to go to the Stade Velodrome, and we'll see Mason Greenwood as well. That's the other thing to think about. Mason Greenwood facing an English side for the first time in competitive football. Reese, it is the Super League, just rebranded. Liam, Inter were in the final, but yeah, I know, but they're not, mate. They're not a very good side, are they? They're not a very good side. Inter, they'd fallen apart towards the end of the season. That's why PSG absolutely smashed them. They're not the side that they were. To be honest, I would say probably the last month and a half of the season, Inter had fallen to bits. They'd gone. Good or bad reception for Trent? Would you cheer or boo Trent if he was at Anfield on his return? I wouldn't boo him. Yeah, I wouldn't boo him. I just know that they will boo him. Knick-knack, the way the draw is seeded leads to similar matchups. Atalanta didn't turn up for that one. Oh, God, yeah. The red card, Atalanta against Bruges. Why do I remember that? Lewis, is the draw all over yet? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I've not watched it. I switched it off after the top pot was done. So yeah, it's all pretty much done now. Mitchell, Burnley to beat United. Love it. Liam Manning, love it. How the Grimsby keeper is a United fan also. I'm way too crazy. Thoughts on United losing last night? Love it. Absolutely love it. They're struggling, aren't they, United? They're really struggling. I do think Ruben Amorim is the manager to turn it round, though, and I'm not just saying that to be facetious. I do think he is the guy to turn it round if they stick with him. Creme de la FM, is Greenwood coming to England? No, Greenwood we're going to be going playing Marseille in Marseille. Ethan, who does Ivan Juric have? Why, who's Ivan Juric managing these days? Ostermorg tried to throw the ball at the Kuiper, then had a head loss, and forgot the player though. Oh, I don't know. Knick-knack, Europa draw tomorrow. Yes, yeah, we'll be watching the Europa draw tomorrow. And the Conference League draw tomorrow as well. Hopefully Palace will be in it. Yeah, I was going to say the Europa League and the Conference League draws tomorrow are exactly like that one. So once we've got over all of the fluff, do you know what I mean? All the interviews and all that stuff that we just had to put up with, it is literally just a push of a button, and the draw's like done within seconds basically, and then they just they do it for each team. So that's tomorrow at lunchtime. So I'll be live tomorrow at lunchtime for the Europa League. Jay, evening Key, how are you, mate? Did you watch Blue Brazil win last night up the Toffees? I didn't, mate, no, but I heard good things. I've seen Alcaraz's goal, I've seen Beto's goal. I have listened to the feedback from Blue Boys Network and Toffee TV, and they didn't think it was a particularly good Everton performance. A lot of people quite concerned about Tierno Barry. Feels like Everton might need another centre-forward, maybe. What do you think? Yeah, it feels like Everton... Again, I've said that all season. I still think Everton are going to struggle scoring goals. And that was why I thought they would be down the bottom end of the table come the end of the season. And I still think that's going to be the case, to be honest. Leon, the mighty Hibs, Ostermorg. Want to see Stuttgart against the Prem team. Just to see Angelo Stiller and his beautiful schnout. Knick-knack, what do you think of Simons potentially signing for Spurs? Still only 22, feels like he's been around for ages. I think he's a wonderful player. I would quite happily have him at Liverpool. Very, very talented player. Gutted, really, if he does go to Spurs. Because I think, yeah, there is a player in there. And if you've got a team that has the likes of Xavi Simons, Kulusevski, Kudus, that's a team. That is a wonderful, wonderfully talented team. And Thomas Frank could do some real damage with that. I think Thomas Frank could raid the top 4. I think he could finish above Chelsea with that. Key, watch and learn, top 10 toffees. Well, hey, listen, it's not just me. It's other toffees saying it, mate. It's not just me, copite gobshite. It is, there's other toffees saying that too. Simon, we got Real Madrid again in the Champions League. Simon, I hope you're not kicking off about that from a Liverpool perspective. Every Liverpool fan wanted that, mate. I am chuffed. I am made up. I wanted Real Madrid. Creme de la FM, Simons is going to Chelsea, though. That's not the case. That is not the case. No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Anyway, all the news today seems to suggest that Chelsea have pulled out of that deal. Jay, we need a striker 100%. Yeah, Barry and Beto aren't it, are they? Barry and Beto are not it for Everton. Fabrizio Romano says Newcastle are closing in on something. I'm hoping is it a deal for Jørgen Strand Larsen, maybe? What's Romano saying? No, closing in on a deal for Nick Woltermade. Here we go soon. Agreement on final stages with Stuttgart. Secret mission in Germany is ongoing. Now, I'll say this. If they get Woltermade, then that is an Isak replacement. There's no doubt in that at all. If they can pull that off, that is huge for Newcastle. That is an absolutely wonderful signing. That he's a really, really good player. Isdale, I reckon United are going down this season. I'd say I'd love that, but I wouldn't. Even as a Liverpool fan, I don't want them to go down. Simon, we got that Turkey team as well in the Champions League. I can't say their name proper. It's Galatasaray away. Yeah, we've got Galatasaray in Turkey. Jay, big last few days of the window for the Toffees. Striker, right back and midfielder, mate. Come on, you Blues. Definitely need a right back. Apparently Nathan Patterson, very close to leaving, isn't he? He's got a loan move to Sevilla all lined up, but Everton won't let him go, can't let him go until they've got someone in for themselves, so mad. Isdale, I reckon United go down this season the way they're playing. I honestly, I don't think they're going down, mate. They're not that bad. They're bad, but they're not that bad. Although, I did see an interesting fact yesterday that Ruben Amorim is Manchester United's worst manager in terms of win percentage. He's got the lowest win percentage of any Manchester United manager since 1931. 1931. Jay Patterson just isn't up to it. Creme de la FM last season's league stage, you need 9 to 12 points just to get in the knockout playoffs. I think, yeah, Chelsea should be able to get that. But that is big. That's huge, interesting news, that, from Romano. If Newcastle have indeed made a bid and an agreement is close for Voltamade, agreement at final stages with Stuttgart, Newcastle, that is a absolutely monumental signing. I have to say, that is really, really good. And it's positive, isn't it, from a Liverpool point of view, because they don't sign him unless they're letting Isak go. So that is massive. Liam Manning, Mepham just signed for West Brom. West Brom have just let Furling go as well, apparently. And they've let Furling go, and apparently Fellows might well be going as well. Right. Fredrikstad v Palace, come on. Is there something in this one? Is there a chance? Callum, I expect Isak soon. Key, yeah, me too, man. Ostermore got to respect Stuttgart for not selling to Bayern. Apparently, Bayern just didn't want to bid the money for him. Although, I don't know. Oh, it's a big chance this for Fredrikstad. They're breaking forward. It's wonderful play. Oh, he's put it out. Ostermore, two of my favourite Stuttgart players gone. Milo off to Saudi and Voltamade off to Newcastle. Milo go to Saudi. That's bad. Really bad. Furlong to Ipswich, I believe. Esteval in the Champions League first season. Esteval's shite, mate. He's absolutely shite. Can't keep a ball. Can't trap a ball. Plenty of pace. But so's Adama Traore. AM, Newcastle about to get Voltamade. 85 million quid. Simon, who do you think got the hardest phase? Liverpool or Chelsea? Chelsea. Chelsea for sure. I don't think Liverpool's that hard, honestly. Liverpool's isn't really that hard. We've got Real Madrid at home, which is fine. I mean, if you was going to play Real Madrid, then at home's the place you want to play him, right? But other than that, I think Liverpool's is quite good. Creme de la FM, how can you say Esteval isn't special? Well, answer me this, mate. By the same token, how can you say he is? How can you say he is when you've watched him like twice? At a good standard, you've watched him about twice. And he did one good thing against West Ham. And in that same game, he also did one very bad thing. So, in what world has he been? Is he anything other than I've watched him for 2 seasons? But listen, you've not watched him against a good standard. You've not watched him at all against a good standard of team. You've watched him 2 games in a Premier League. There's been plenty of players who've come from the Brazilian league and looked the nuts over there. Gakpo plays his old team too. Yeah, Gakpo plays his old team. Ekatike plays his old team. It's going to be good. Ostermorg says, Stuttgart made their price 100 mil for Bayern. Nice. He's special because he's walked into the Chelsea team. But he hasn't. He wouldn't have started. He wouldn't have played against West Ham if not for Cole Palmer dropping out. So he hasn't walked into the Chelsea team. Long throw here from Palace into the box. Cleared away. It's too easy, this from Palace. Far too easy. Jefferson Lerma. Ball in. Chance. Michael Estevao also scored against Chelsea in the Club World Cup. He's quality. Again, it's only... I can only assume that you lads play a lot of FIFA. Play a lot of FIFA or Footy Manager. AM, is Voltamade good? Voltamade is a fantastic player. Make no mistake about it, Voltamade is a very, very good player. Crandall FM, how do you know how much I've watched him? All I've said is you've only watched him in 2 games at a good level. Because that's all you can have watched him at a good level. That's what I'm saying. I am saying I am completely and utterly disregarding Estevao and his performances in a Brazilian league. That's what I'm saying. I think at 18 years of age, there have been... I've not even that there have been. It happens about once a year. About once a year, there's a wonder kid who comes out of Brazil. And everyone does exactly what you're doing right now. Oh, he's so good. He's amazing. He's going to change the world. He's the next Messi. He's basically Pele at 18. Yeah. And he signs for someone and he's shite. And honestly, the first thing Estevao did as soon as he played against West Ham was give the ball away and West Ham scored. So... like, all well and good, he actually had a good bit of he had a moment, didn't he, when he broke through and he knocked it across. It was a simple enough goal, but he scored. He created the goal. Enzo got the tap in, got an assist. Big moment for Estevao. Really, really positive. However, let's also caveat that by, if you don't do the basics right in the Premier League, you don't have a career in the Premier League. If he gives the ball away like that, he ain't going to be a Premier League player. He'll get binned. He won't play. FM No Casual says Newcastle should go for Max Beer. Brentford apparently bidding, is it 50, 60 million for him? Cramdell FM, well, if he wasn't good enough, we would have loaned him out. But that's like saying that the ultimate arbiter of quality is Chelsea Football Club. That's not true, though, is it? That's like saying you and I can't have a discussion about players because Chelsea made the decision to keep him, therefore he must be good. That's not the case. There's loads of players Chelsea have kept who are shite. There's loads of players you've let go who are really good. De Bruyne, Salah, Lukaku, loads of them. Absolutely loads of them. So Chelsea aren't the ultimate arbiters of what's good and what's bad. We can still talk about it. And Estevao, in my opinion, you think he's world-class, brilliant, changing the world, unbelievable, Messi, all that sort of thing. I'm saying I am reserving judgment because he is one of about 40 kids coming out of Brazil over the last 5 years who have gone for big money, who everyone has professed to be absolutely insane. Nick Nack, the kid's only 18, give the lad a chance. No, you see it, this is what people do. Nick Nack, I'm not saying that he's shite. What I'm saying to you is, I am reserving judgment. The kid has played 2 games at a decent level, he's done 1 good thing and 1 bad thing. Let's rein it in. That's all I'm saying. People can get excited, no problem. But suggesting for 1 second that teams are going to be worrying about Estevao, I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. They won't be thinking about Estevao when they're playing Chelsea. If he wasn't ready, why ain't we loaned him out? We signed Paez and loaned him out. Andre Santos. And it's the same though, isn't it? It's the same. That's like saying Chelsea are the ultimate arbiters for talent. That's not the case. There's loads of players you've let go who are pretty good. Loads of players you've kept who are pretty crap. Knick-knack, Lerma elbowed by his own teammate there. Ostermorg, if we're going off footy manager, United should be getting Marco Rose in as soon as possible. Michael, you can't blame him for that West Ham goal. It was a screamer. You can't blame him, what, for giving the ball away? You can't blame him for giving the ball away. Under no pressure, gave the ball away. Of course you can. He gave the ball away in a hugely dangerous position in transition. Gave the ball away. West Ham ran through on goal and scored. That goal was directly as a result of Esteval. Because he gave it away under no pressure. And in the Premier League, that ain't a good thing. Top two this season are Liverpool or Chelsea. That's it. Okay, Chief. I think if Chelsea finished fourth, you'll have done well. You struggled. You very much struggled last season to get fourth. So I think if you get fourth and you're comfortable in fourth this season, then it's been a very good season for Chelsea to get fourth. Simon, Crystal Palace are apparently trying to sign Harvey Elliott from Liverpool on deadline day. Good luck to him. They can have him if they want him. If it gets us Isak over the line. Luke, what's your Premier League predictions on Saturday? I've done a video, I just haven't published it yet because I've been too busy today. I'll publish it tomorrow. You can check it out. Creme de la FM, we didn't struggle up until Christmas though. Oh, well that's good. Because leagues are frequently half a season long. So as long as you won the league up till Christmas, you were alright up till then. FM No Casuals, a lot of YouTube clip knowledge here. It is, isn't it? It is. It is. I've watched him on YouTube there for his sound. Mikel, 90 mil for Voltamade. What the actual... Listen, that's a great signing, Mike. That is a great signing. This year we are more equipped. What makes you say you're more equipped? Why would you say Chelsea are more equipped this year? I don't think you are. You've got a keeper still. You've still got a keeper who has already been pretty poor this season. And has been established as not a very good one. So you've got a goalkeeper who's a problem. You've got 3 centre-backs who are problems. Your right-back's never fit. And it remains to be seen whether or not you can actually sustain whatever quality you've got up front. Callum Coyle says, come on Palace, I need a winner from you. Yeah, I could do with a winner from Palace. Rafi, who's on your Atleti shirt? No one, mate, it's just a shirt. Michael, we've improved our attack quite a bit. I think we get top 3. You're not better than City or Liverpool or Arsenal. There's just no way anyone's arguing that. Like, again, I think I can't really argue that you'll finish lower than 4th. Like, if Spurs make a couple of big signings, then Spurs could compete. But I still think Chelsea, at this point, I would always back Chelsea for 4th. But I can't make a case that Chelsea finish higher than 4th. You're nowhere better than Arsenal, and you're not better than City, and you're certainly not better than Liverpool. You're just miles off it in defence, and that's the problem. It is defence. It really is defence. West Ham are the worst team in the league this season. You've gone to West Ham and you very nearly conceded 3 goals. You can't do that. That is everything you need to know about Chelsea. You've gone to West Ham, worst team in the league, you nearly conceded 3 goals. West Ham looking to sign Andy Robertson. BCFC Benji, Waltermaid, any good? He is, yeah, he's a very good player. Fredrikstad trying to get the crowd up here. Creme de la FM, Salah is suffering without Trent. You say Liverpool have lost their quality. See, now you're getting defensive. Now you're coming on the attack, mate. Come on. Come on. Play nice. We're not talking about Liverpool here. You asked about Chelsea. We're talking about Chelsea. We can talk about Liverpool if you want. But Liverpool have scored 9 goals this season in our first 3 competitive games, and we've had 7 different goal scorers, of which Salah was one. Salah's assisted as well multiple times. Salah's doing fine. No problem with Mo Salah. So, Liverpool are okay. We're still favourites. And if we sign Isak, title's pretty much done. You might as well give it to us now. Simon, West Ham are looking to sign Andy Robertson. I think West Ham's... There's no way they're going to sign anyone really towards the end of this window. Not with Graham Potter's job on a knife edge. Because what player's going to go there? If you're a player looking at Graham Potter, you're not going to sign knowing that he might lose his job. Creme de la FM, we are better than Arsenal and Liverpool now. You're saying that with a smile on your face, aren't you? You're definitely trolling. You're definitely trolling. Mike, what makes you think Voltamade is a good signing for 90 mil? I think if you watched him for Stuttgart last season, if you watched him if you watched him in the European under-21s, to be honest, he was incredible in the under-21s, getting Germany to the final. He was brilliant. We watched every single game of that on this channel. He was amazing. Bayern were quite happy to pay big money for him. I think he is the standout young striker in the Bundesliga now. Now that Ekatiki's gone, now that he is certainly the standout young player over there, and he's a wonderful player. So I think if you can get Voltamade for that's a very good signing for Newcastle. Nick, thoughts on the Champions League draw? I am absolutely chuffed to bits with it, mate. Loving it. Nick Nack, it's a lot of money. Virtually all the Isak funds gone just like that. But that is what Newcastle get for being so poorly run. They have been so poorly run this summer. They've not had their ducks in a row. They've absolutely hashed this transfer window up from start to finish, and they have left it so late. That was their choice, and therefore, they now have to overpay for players. That's the position they've left themselves in. Creme de la FM, so Liverpool concedes 2 against Bournemouth, and Newcastle with 10 men. Won both of them. More points than Chelsea. You drop points against these at home. You couldn't score past these. Don't tell me your attack's any good when you couldn't score past these. Christ, Fredrikstad are doing as well as you are. You're going to win the league, but Fredrikstad are doing as well as you are against Palace. In fact, better. They're creating more chances. Palace should have won that game for a fluky deflection off a free kick, a fluky ref decision. Jake Toon finally got a striker. He's coming, isn't he? He's coming. Creme de la FM, I'll pay you £1,000 in gifts if they finish outside the top 10. Who? Who's finishing outside the top 10? Chelsea. And I've never said Chelsea will finish outside the top 10. Abdu Sawan, this is not Newcastle level. No, it's not Newcastle level. Ostermorg, wonder who they'll sell to fund Voltamate. Yeah, Alexander Isak to Liverpool. Get it done. Jake, it's all about you, isn't it, Kate? What do you mean it's all about me? What do you mean it's all about me? I'm just reading the comments out, Jake. It was Ostermorg here who made it about Liverpool. It says stop 2. You said top 10. You literally said top 10. I'll pay you £1,000 in gifts if they finish outside the top 10. If it's top 2, Matt Grace, I'll take that, no problem. But if you mean 2, then fine. Yeah, I'll take 2. That's lovely. United forever, hi Key. Michael, I don't see the need for Isak at Liverpool. You need defenders. Well, the need is that we have lost 3 strikers and we've only brought in 1. So it's just a numbers thing. We need to bring in at least 1 other striker, even if we promote Rio Ngamoa to the first team. Thanks for him, by the way. If we promote Rio Ngamoa to the first team, then yeah, we still need 1 more striker. So we're going to need a striker, however you want to dress it up. That doesn't necessarily have to be Isak, but I think it will be. And I think it will be Mark Gay as well. Ostermorg, I feel attacked, Kee. I threw you under the bus there, mate. I had to throw someone. Absolutely threw him under the bus. Launched him under the bus. Nick Nack, hey, don't diss Palace. They're a solid team. Won the FA Cup, don't you know? I like Palace. It's these Chelsea fans here, they're criticising them. Abdu, I am from Algeria and a fan of the Sky Blue Manchester Club. The Sky Blue Manchester Club? Stockport? Oldham? Fredrikstad in the box. United forever, how's it going? Ryan, do you think Isak gets done before deadline day? I need this to be over. Yeah, it's done, mate, I'm telling you, that's all done. There's no way Newcastle bid for Voltemar unless he's going. They've already conceded he's going. Honestly, it's been all sorted for weeks. The only thing that's been holding up the Liverpool and Isak thing is Newcastle trying to get a striker, and they've been getting rejected at every turn, every corner. And now they finally seem to have got someone, hoping he doesn't reject him. If Voltemar gets over the line, then Isak will come. Liverpool have agreed a fee with Newcastle. Newcastle and Liverpool, Isak and Liverpool have agreed a contract. That's all done. I'm telling you. That as soon as Voltemar is literally like on his way to Newcastle, contract signed, medical done, the Isak deal will be completed in record time. From the announcement on Sky Sports saying a fee has been agreed, even though it's been agreed weeks ago. Fee agreed, medical contract done. Honestly, it'll be like a world record. Guinness will be on it like this, timing it. I'm telling you, it'll be the fastest deal you've ever seen. Crandall FM, you have to pay me though if we get top 2. I have to pay you £1,000 if you get top 2. I'm paying you £1,000 if you get top 2. Behave yourself. Michael, I don't blame Rio for leaving. It's hard to get chances at Chelsea. Well, it is when they're signing 14 wingers a season, isn't it? Sign 14 wingers a season, that's easy. Liam Manning, that video is holding it up. I bet you. What video? Crandall FM, which English team beat PSG? Liverpool didn't. Oh, well, that must mean you're the best team in the world then, mate. Mike, he is over the line. It's a here we go with Fab. Plenty of here we goes with Fab that haven't worked out, though. Ostermore, didn't think we'd see Voltemar in the Prem so soon, but I like it. I do too. Yeah, wonderful player. Abdu, what about Riyad Mahrez? Another wonderful player. What a signing he was for Manchester City and Leicester. Yeah, great player. Really liked Riyad Mahrez. Such a shame he played for City. Nick Nack, time for a moment of magic to kill this tie off. Well, it's a long throw in the box from Fredrikstad. It's just head tennis in the box. Palace managed to get it away. There's not going to be a goal in this one. I told you it was nil. It's going to finish 0-0. Mother and son, I'll just feel bad for Ekatike because he's done so well and he'll probably get put on the bench. No, he won't. No, he won't. Ekatike plays in the same side as Isak. Ekatike doesn't get dropped. No chance. They both play. Jova J, do you have a Grimsby retro top? I don't, Jova J, no. Welcome to Meanland. Thoughts on Viper? He's a FIFA career mode legend for me. Yeah, Nelson Viper. Another very, very good signing. Nick Nack, 60 million plus 4 million is the agreed fee for Voltemar. That's a really good signing. Jordan, I don't even know what to say about these signings. These new signings are going to be key. This is tragic. It's not looking good, is it, Jordan? There's rumours. I've just heard a rumour that you're about to, or you're talking to Liverpool about Harvey Elliott. Ollie, what game do you reckon sounds best in the Champions League? Mine is either Liverpool v Madrid or Newcastle v Barca. City v Real Madrid in the Bernabeu could be another one. Barca against PSG in the Nou Camp. Callum Coyle, I need the draw. Newcastle still want 2 strikers, don't they? Nah, listen, that's what they've said. They've said all along they want 2 strikers. They're not going to get 2 strikers. Crandall FM, thoughts on LFC Owen? I don't know, who is he? Who is LFC Owen? Is that a like a YouTuber? I don't know. I don't know who he is. That's not me trying to throw shade, by the way. I just don't know who he is. Who is he? Jim, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Jordan, all rumours, I hope. We need to take advantage of Gallagher's situation. That's the main rumour. Yeah, Gallagher coming back to Palace from Atletico Madrid would be a very good signing. Wissa could still happen. Yes, Wissa could still happen, but it feels like Brentford are now just pricing him out of a move, I think. Willem, what's the next match going to be? Next match, I don't know. Because it depends on what the result is here. If this goes to extra time, if Fredrikstad somehow managed to score a goal and this one goes to extra time, which is entirely plausible, then, you know, we're going to have to stick with the game and I can't watch any of the later games. If it finishes after 90 minutes and Palace go through after 90 minutes, which hopefully is the case, if that is what happens, then maybe we can squeeze another game in. But it depends on this one finishing on time. We have to make sure this one finishes on time. I thought you wasn't this biased. What do you mean biased? What are you on about? I don't know who LFC Owen is. What are you on about? I'm not biased. I don't know who he is. ZQXV, Voltamade, here we go. Nice. LFC Owen is a delusional Liverpool fan. Honestly, again, I'm not trying to dig anyone out. I don't know who he is. I really don't know who he is. I have no idea who he is. Never heard of him. No idea who he is. That's probably more of a reflection on me than him. I don't know. He might be a nice lad. I don't know. I have no idea. Abdu, do you know why Guardiola lost his hair? Because he philosophises a lot. Ollie Marley, try and somehow guess what team I support. We will see if you get close. Yeah, you'll have to give us a clue, mate. Give us a chance. Jordan, LFC Owen is the one who basically got cancelled for the Jota stuff. Well, yeah, okay. Well, if you're asking me for my thoughts on him, I don't know. If he's done something with the Jota thing, then I would say that he's not a particularly nice human being. And he's a particularly sad individual, I guess. That would be my two things. But that's all really I can say about it. Because you're asking me my opinion on someone I don't know, I've never met, I don't know anything about him. He was begging for gifts when Jota died. Oh, Christ, okay. Well then, yeah, I mean... Yeah, yeah. Same reaction then. Willem, can it then be Brondby's match? We'll see. Yeah, it depends on the result here. DLS Gaming, when I was younger, I ran into a wall and now my knee grows to the left. Blimey. Yeah, like I said, I honestly don't know anything about him. I've never heard of him. Why would I? So yeah, I don't really care. In short, without being disrespectful, I don't care. I have no time for anyone who does that sort of stuff, and I'm not going to spend my time speaking about it. So, respectfully, stop going on about him in the chat. I would ask, because. We're just giving him airtime. Jordan, I'll be honest, can't see us conceding, but only way see us scoring. He's on a break after the 80th minute. Chimey, hey all, how's it going? United, good to see you, man. Hoggy, what do you think of the draw? The draw, I think, is absolutely splendid. Yeah, I love it. It's exactly what Liverpool fans wanted. Real Madrid at Anfield was the one thing that every Liverpool fan was craving. Not having to go to, big, long away trips. So, a couple of really nice away trips in there. Going to Going to Marseille, going to Frankfurt, going to Inter, San Siro. Who's the fourth one? Who's the fourth one Liverpool have got? I forgot. Frankfurt, Marseille, Inter. I know at home we've got the 2 Madrid sides, Karabag and PSV. Who else are we missing? Long throw into the box. Fredrikstad, flick on. Nick Nack, will you get to any games, Kee? No, sadly not, mate. It's, again, my days are done going to games. I am really, really done. Galatasaray, yes. Galatasaray. See, I'd love that. I would really love that. I think if I was in my match-going days again, I would massively love to go to Galatasaray away. That would have been a game I would have loved to do. I've been to many Liverpool European away days, and that would have been a fantastic one. Hoggy says Arsenal got an easy draw. Ben, Paphos, mate. We didn't get Paphos. No, we got Galatasaray. No, we got Galatasaray away. Michael, do you think Xavi Simons will go to Spurs or Chelsea? I think Spurs. Nick Nack, never say never. You're still a whippersnapper, really. I think I'm old before I'm young, if I'm honest, though. I think I'm gonna be like this. That's me done now. I've got my little girl, got my wife. I'm ready to just. That's me done. Probably never gonna watch footy live again. Willem, can the next match be Bromby, please? It's starting 30 minutes. Sadly, no, mate. No, because this one's still ongoing. ZQXV, we beat Barca at home. Well, you got Barca at home. I don't think you beat them, but you've also got PSG away, haven't you? It's a tough old draw, that, for Newcastle. Chimey, hopefully Demir will start for Galatasaray. Abdu, so do you have Insta for follow you there? I do, mate, yeah. Every draw is tricky in the Champions League. There's no easy matches. No, there's no easy matches, but it's good draws, and it's nice trips. It's yeah, trips you've never done. It's that sort of thing. Liverpool won't win the league this season as easy as last season. No, I don't think we'll win it. I don't think we'll win the league easy, but I do think we'll win it. Callum, it's Aberdeen, the next one, isn't it, Key? Like I said, I don't know. Chances are probably not. We're not going to do anything after this one, because we've got loads of other stuff going on, and I don't know. I don't think we're going to have time. Michael, who would you replace Amorim with at United? I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't replace him at all. I'd leave him there, but I think Amorim probably does get sacked at some point, or probably resigns. There's a chance he resigns after the Burnley game this weekend, in which case, you know, maybe Gareth Southgate. Jordan, time wasting. He's just had his hand stamped on. For God's sake, Nick Nack. Time wasting. To be fair, Jordan, Nick Nack isn't having a go there. He has said that he feels like Palace have been playing for the draw for a lot of the game today, which maybe we've got wrong. Maybe we've misconstrued it as that, whereas you're looking at it and going, you've just been playing absolutely dreadful. You're a Palace fan, obviously. You've got a slightly keener eye on this, and maybe a different perspective than we do as outsiders. But looking at it, I just feel like, yeah, maybe Palace haven't really gone for Fredrikstad today. Feels like you've been content to just keep it tight at the back. Callum, unfortunately, Isak won't be available till Burnley away because he's had no pre-season, really. Well, it depends. Doesn't mean you can't play him. He'll probably still be in the squad, and he probably could still come off the bench. He's not, like, unfit. The guy's been training rigorously to make sure that he's ready. Borna Sosa's gone off for Tyrick Mitchell here for Palace. ATM, Bodo Glimt away is a trek and a half. It's not too bad. No, that's not a terrible trip. It's not a great place to go, though. I've had a few mates who've gone to Bodo Glimt. Jordan, this is dreadful, but also our setup. Abdu, don't forget to follow the African Cup of Nations in December in Morocco. I am doing that, yes. We're going to be watching the African Cup of Nations on Christmas Eve on this channel. Pim Panamans, do you think Crystal Palace is winning because they are in my toto? No, I don't think so. Sadly, mate, I think it's going to finish 0-0 this one. I called it before half-time. People asked me what's my opinion on what score this will finish. I said 0-0 then. I still think it's going to be 0-0. Chimey, now I understand why Osimhen chose Galatasaray. Guaranteed Champions League participation every season. Jordan, with all due respect, he was never going to go into a game like this trying to dominate. We've done well defensively, in my opinion. But the same issue we're going to have till Pino or Eze start, not got a person to play out to. Yeah, you're definitely missing Eze, aren't you? Wharton's just a terrific footballer, honestly. That's the thing. Palace have got to start thinking now ahead of time, and they've got to start succession planning for when Wharton goes next year, because he's incredible. Absolutely wonderful footballer. Just a joy to watch. Pim Panamans, yes or no? No. Anyone see the AI photo of Amarin with the tactics board and someone put the Pokemon sticker book? Yes, I saw that one. Unspoken opinion, I think Everton's business in the market has gone unmentioned. What do you mean unmentioned? Unmentioned? They've been the business in the market's been dreadful. Creme de la FM, no Salah for Liverpool over Xmas. It's only going to be 7 games at best. And that's if Egypt basically win it. So, yeah, a maximum of 7 games Mo Salah will go and miss. Liam, is there no games on Boxing Day this year? There is, yeah. No, there's loads. There's games on Boxing Day, but I was just saying I'm live on Christmas Eve. And I'm going to try and do a live on Christmas Day as well. It's the Saudi Pro League. That's the only league that's live on Christmas Day. So we can maybe watch a little bit of, I don't know, try and watch a bit of Ronaldo, or someone will try and catch some footy on Christmas Day. If anyone fancies a little bit of company, if you've not got any, loved ones around you or family or whatever, I'll be live, I'll be sat here, we'll have a little bit of Christmas dinner together and watch a bit of footy. We'll watch the Saudi Pro League on Christmas Day, even if it's just for a couple of hours. We'll sing all Lang Syne and all that on New Year's Eve as well. Jordan, opinions on Glasner saying before the game that this is basically Gay's last game. Has he really? I haven't seen that. What's he said? Gay, Glasner. What's he said? Oliver Glasner hints at Mark Gay exit. What's he said? Here we go. Let's read the statement. Mark Gay's entered the final. Right, here we go. Oliver Glasner said, it's very important that he's playing. I'm speaking to Mark almost every day, and it was clear he would play this game in Norway, and then let's see what will come. But I know I can rely on Mark and count on him. Yeah, that does kind of lean into this might be his last game for Palace, I wonder. Knick-knack, it's not the same team without Eze, to be fair, for Palace. Jordan, he basically hinted at us saying we need to work to play without him and so on. It's true, though. It is true. I mean, it's not something that's crept up on Palace. Like, one thing I think Glasner's an absolutely wonderful coach, but I do have to say, from a Palace perspective, this isn't something that should have crept up on them. Mark Gay will probably have made it known that he was unlikely to sign a new contract last year. So this isn't because teams generally, they get in touch with their star players at least 2 years before the end of their contract, don't they? So that it doesn't get to this point. So I think Gay said at that point, listen, I'm all right, I'm not going to sign one for now, I'm going to see how it goes or whatever. So they've known this was coming down the pipe. And you can say the same with Wharton. So they've got to get ahead of these things. Yeah, we knew he was leaving, that's it. You've got to start planning for it. Now they're trying to scratch around for a centre-back, and there's talks about Diamandi from Sporting Lisbon and all this stuff. I would have expected Palace to go out there and get a decent young centre-back in last season and try and bed him in, maybe something like that. Or certainly get ahead of it now so it's queued up for this season. So if they do sell Gay this summer, it's already done. They've had it planned since last year. If we lose Eze, Gay and replace with Pino, Akanji and Gallagher for the same money, in my opinion, better outcome for us and better business. I didn't realise that you had Akanji on the list. Yeah, Akanji from City would be a great signing if you do. Mohammed Shabazz, hello bro, good to see you Mohammed, how's things? Creme de la FM, what match will you be doing on Boxing Day? No idea yet, I've not looked at the fixture list. It's a big old fixture list on Boxing Day, so we'll probably be doing championship action and other bits of stuff. We'll definitely be doing that. Tim, Nick Voltamada, Michael, I don't think there's Prem Boxing Day games this year. No, I don't think there is, but there's definitely Boxing Day games every single year. And there's a big championship fixture list. Callum, how's your bet doing, Key? Hope we both win. I think I needed Palace to win this one, so I am going to have to just have a quick look and see exactly where I stand on Palace, because I didn't have Palace on most of them. I haven't backed Palace, to be honest, but for some of them I definitely have. See, they're not getting much back for it. Fredrikstad and Crystal Palace. I might as well just cash that. Bid imminent for Isaac. Here we go. Five minutes left. Come on, give us a goal. Give us something, Palace. Jesus Christ. So bad. They need to go for it, don't they? Jordan Abkanji is apparently fairly close. And Reece Nelson, we know he's useless, spends more time injured. Shelley, hi, I'm back from taking my pups for their walk. Lovely, Shelley. I hope you had a nice time. Jack, what's your verdict on Newcastle's run in the Champions League? I think it's probably going to be... they'll make the top 24. They won't make the top 8. They'll make the top 24. They'll make it to the first knockout stage. And then I would imagine it's Newcastle out in the knockout stages. But they'll get to the first knockout stage. There's a big VAR check in Besiktas versus Lausanne in the other game. Do you think Palace is going to score, brother? No, I don't think so. I think they're in here, actually. There's a big chance here for Palace, maybe. That's a foul. It must be a red. It must be a red card. Got to send him off there, ref. You must send him off. Come on. Yellow. Yellow. Oh, that's a red. That's a red. That's disgusting. Oh, Jordan. Jordan, what do we make of that? Jordan, that is an absolute red card. I know that was Kamada. You're saying Kamada learned to pass. I'm sorry, mate. That's a clear red card. That is a clear red card. I'm not having £1,000 bet with you that Chelsea finish in the top 2. No. I'm not having £1,000 bet with you. For a kickoff, I don't know if you've realised, don't know if you've heard my story. I ain't got 2 8-knees rubbed together, Chief. I ain't got £1,000 bet on Chelsea. Nick Nack, it was all about there was a covering defend. No! No! He was in behind. You're not catching Sarr there. That's a yellow. That's a straight red, that, for me. Right. So, I need Fredrikstad and Palace. I'm gonna cash it out now. I'm cashing it. I'm doing it. I'm cashing it. I know that's foolish, but I haven't really got much alternative, to be honest. I'm cashing it. That one I'll leave on because it's 38p. So there's notes on that one. Creme de la Femme, you're not confident then? No, it's not that I'm not confident, mate. I just don't have any intention of putting that on. And I could get better odds elsewhere as well. Jack spends all his money on football tops he'll never wear. Hey, it's not that I'll never wear them. I might wear them. Who says I won't wear them? Pim Panamans, come on, Palace. Palace very organised defensively against Fredrikstad. It's like Grimsby. You got to compliment United on only conceding 2 to Grimsby. Shelley, don't do betting, Key. You stay sensible. FC Noah's game has more goals. 5 minutes added on. Well, I think it might be about that, yeah. Besiktas 0, Lausanne 1. Oh no. That's bad news. Edward Keys, Newcastle's new striker worth 86 million. He is if Newcastle say he is, yes. You're worth what someone will pay for you. Shelley, how do the hype points work for you, Key? Well, my understanding is, Shelley, I didn't know what they were until you gave them to me. Honestly, I didn't know what they were. My understanding is that they kind of work like likes and comments do, I guess, in that if you're liking and viewing and commenting on the channel, then it's kind of pushing the channel out to more people. It's letting them know that you liked it and this is good content, so YouTube go, we'll show that to a few more people. But if you hype the channel, it's like you're giving it a bit extra. It's like you're almost giving it a bit of an extra push. You're almost saying, this is a really good channel. Definitely let other people know that it's a good channel. So yes, like I said, I wasn't aware of even what it was until you gifted them to me. So I do really appreciate it. I've no idea how you accumulate them. As far as I'm aware, they don't cost money or anything. You just get them, don't you? You just build them up over time, I guess, based on how many videos you're watching and interacting with, and then you can choose to gift those points to whatever channel you want. Pim Panamans, no goal, nope. Creme de la FM, in your view, why did Liverpool collapse against 10-men Newcastle? Because Newcastle were playing very, very well. They were playing a physical game that Liverpool weren't really prepared for. They were knocking it long, direct. They were slowing the game down. They were, just making it very, very physical. Liverpool are used to teams that want to play football. Newcastle didn't want to play football that night. They made it a rugby match, and they made it a very effective, approach because it got them back into the game. Tom Calvert, congrats on the Isaac signing. As a Newcastle fan, I would gladly take Voltaire and 70 million profit. So excited to see him play for us. He is incredible. Tom, listen, I agree, mate. He is probably the best that Newcastle could have hoped for. I think he's wonderful. A really, really top signing. Jack, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Fredrikstad. Oh, just over the bar. 4 minutes to go. Shelley, you can hype 3 times a week, it said, as long as they contribute to getting your channel more views. Oh, they do, yes. Thank you, yeah. Well, like I said, don't feel under pressure to do it by any means, but that's very, very kind of you, and I really, really do appreciate it, Shelley, I promise you. It's very, very nice of you. Ostermore, good resolution for both clubs, isn't it? The main thing, I think it's just a really, really good solution for Isaac, Newcastle and Liverpool. Everyone wins by that. So yeah, I think that's a really, really smart move. Isaac, get in, new striker and Barca at home. Jack, as a Newcastle fan to a Liverpool fan, do you even want Isaac? Yeah, absolutely, of course we do. He's one of the best strikers in Europe. Why wouldn't you want him? I think every team in Europe would gladly take Isaac. Yeah, fabulous player. Be yourself, Dylan. 2.1 million, another milestone. Bloody Dylan, any chance of sharing? Any chance of doing a dance behind me or something here? You can stand behind me here and do a dance and we'll film that, and then... Any chance? Jack, what would Ekatike do then? Ekatike is going to play off the left, which is where he commonly played for Frankfurt. It's where he's played a lot for us this season. He started on the left and drifted in. Isak does that frequently for you and frequently for Sweden, and has done that throughout his career. He starts in the middle, drifts out to the left. So I think Ekatike and Isak can play really well together. One on the left, one in the middle, and they'll just kind of interchange. So it'll forever get the full back not really knowing where the other is. So yeah, I do. I think it's going to be interesting to see exactly how those two work together. But I think they can work really well together. And obviously they can play instead of each other, of course. They'll cover for each other. Ekatike will start some games. Isak will start some games. But yeah, we do. We've lost 3 strikers. We've lost 3 attackers, and we've brought 1 in. So just do the maths. Even if you just do the maths, we've lost 3 attackers. We've brought 1 in. We're short in attack. Of course we are. Dylan, or should I put you as green screen saying follow you? Well, I mean, listen, no, that would be me asking far too much. But hey, if any of your fans like football, I guess that would be very nice. But you don't need to do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because you're gonna come and watch a game with us, aren't you? You're gonna come and watch a game. We're doing Liverpool v Nottingham Forest. So come and do Liverpool v Nottingham Forest. That'll be good. We'll do a watch along, assuming you still want to do that, by the way. But that would be amazing. I think that'd be great. Jack, so you see them as both centre forward and wingers. Well, I see them as in a dynamic system. I see them both playing in those sorts of areas. Yeah, they'll pick up different areas. I tell you what, Palace could be in here. Oh, it's good play by the goalie. Last 20 seconds here. Fredrikstad pushing forward. What a brew. Can't wait for us to perform well in the league phase, to be knocked out by a playoff team who win it all. Born, what's your team? My team is Liverpool, mate. Be yourself, Dylan. Yeah, still want to do it. Great stuff. Well, that's good. Well, like I said, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Chance! Oh, Fredrikstad very nearly at the very end. Oh, good effort that. Good effort, but I think that's full time. And it is full time. Fredrikstad at the very, very end there. Almost pinching it. Dean Henderson with a camera save. A Hollywood save, trying to keep it. But there you go. That's the end of that one. And I think that's the end for Crystal Palace and Fredrikstad. That's it done. Eddie Allen, brilliant draw for Newcastle in the Champions League. Love it. They've run Palace close, almost spoke too soon, says Nick Knack. Well, it's full time. I'm just going to see. Let me see what the situation is. See, Steaua Bucharest and Aberdeen kick off in half an hour. What do we think? We could do Steaua Bucharest, Aberdeen. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Darwizzy, when do the times of the games come out? Probably... They won't be far off now. The times of the games are pretty much confirmed. It's the days, but they'll come out over the next few days. Yeah, next few days, mate. Right, well, that will be that for tonight. Nick Nack, have you had your tea yet? I've not had my tea yet. No, I need to have some tea. I could do with having some tea. And then I'll come back, maybe, if I can have a little 15, 20 minutes now. I might pop back on in half an hour, just before Aberdeen and Steaua Bucharest. Okay? So if I'm back on, it'll be in about half an hour. If I'm not, then I'll be back on tomorrow for Leicester and Birmingham. Leicester and Birmingham tomorrow night, I'm live for. But either way, I will see you very, very soon. Thank you, everyone that's been in the chat. Lots of love. If you can, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, all that good stuff. Give us all that, and I'll see you all, hopefully in about half an hour. But if not, I'll see you maybe in tomorrow night's stream. Leicester City against Birmingham. Take it easy. Have a lovely night.